entire taste right there.
Yeah, but
Pretty
Teek's over there
much.
licking his fingers.
Wow.
Was I? Well, I don't know what that is, but sure, okay.
That looks like a toilet cake.
I have a
What is that?
treat. That's why.
Toilet
Oh, okay.
cake.
What the fuck?
What is
was
a
that?
toilet
What is
cake?
that?
I don't know. I'm concerned.
Did you donut?
Oh, it's a very small donut.
I
Oh,
think
okay,
you know what I think
okay.
Marco was trying to say. Like, what you talking about? The urinal cake?
Yeah, a urinal
Instead
cake.
of-
There you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
okay.
It
I was like
was
a
I was
toilet
about to
cake.
say, whoa.
It does look like it though.
We got to put a welfare check on Teak. Like,
Oh,
Yo, so we gotta go check on him. He's eating toilet cakes.
Well, we don't know because he's in an undisclosed location.
Well, so
First of
T,
all-
while
first
you
of
while
all-
you getting down, do you want to put that over this donut? You
toilet cake.
no.
Munching on?
Time out. Before we move on, I think that should be the phrase that pays. We got to make that go viral. Toilet cakes.
nah.
Because it just
Cakes?
sounds weird.
I
It can
can't
mean
stand
so many things.
It sounds super weird.
our marketing guy Marco, he might be on to something.
All
Man.
right,
That's
all
a
right.
t-shirt.
That is a
That's
t-shirt.
Toilet cakes.
No, sir. I'm enjoying a donut right here. But if you want to know my put over, I'm putting over. Tomorrow is my birthday. I will be turning 36.
Hey,
Season in the building. Yes, sir. Thank you. And me and G1, you should have did my put over before you did G1's because I would have did a consecutive put over of me and G1. I would have stole his put over.
Mhm.
Condense the put over.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
project T called G1 to the rescue.
Of course.
36 dropping tomorrow.
Yes,
T
sir.
called the raps. G1 on the beats.
Mhm. I got one guest appearance on there on the vocal side. But
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Mhm, mhm.
You should do 24-hour streaming on Facebook.
I'm not.
on it. Just do.
I'm not taking it away from you, man. So we
oh
got.
no, I know. I
We
wouldn't
got
say
Mega Ran featuring on there. We got G1 to the rescue featuring on there. Got my homie Skunks on there. My
He's
homie
nice.
Skeets on there, the hair guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, shit came out fire. I sent Ran a track. I think you might play it for
I'ma play it.
with people or either put it on the recording. I'm not sure how he decided to do that, but
I'm gonna play it. Don't worry, it's coming.
I'll say, like, just to piggyback off of Teak, I love doing full projects for people, and this was a short one, but me and Teak, the records that he had that I did for him, I forgot was just coming from a lot of the stuff where I just kind of pulled up on him and we just smoked, kicked it, made beats, ate greasy food, and just like chilled on some nigga shit. And the beats are like a reflection of whatever the vibe was, and we just like he did his thing as he does rightfully so, and just killed him and just killed it. I wasn't even expecting for it to be like a co-label project. I was just expecting, okay, cool, T Call 36 produced by G1 to the rescue, but I feel honored that he included me in the fucking title, like, man, because it's definitely a fire project, and I'm really excited.
Hype all around. Well, when it comes to music, Teak definitely delivers. You can
Man.
check out his discography.
Full LP. It's an EP, but it's a good EP. It's like the best EP I've
It's a
heard.
good hearty
I wanted
meal.
36 tracks.
you
Ooh,
gonna
double
get
album?
like you're gonna get like 15, 16 minutes of music, so you know it's good. If you gotta go make a trip to the store or something, you can throw that on.
I think you should perform it for 36 hours in honor of your birthday.
Ooh.
Or do it
See,
36 times
Teak, here's a serious
for 36
question.
hours.
Would you
Learn the 36
would you
chambers
ever
of
really
Shaolin.
do would you ever really do a double
Yeah,
album
for
just on
36
some like
seconds.
for my fans collector shit type vibe? Would you ever do a double album, Teak? For real?
I mean, there's really no such thing as albums no more, so it's really just however many songs I want to do and put them on the streaming service, right?
I mean, like Chris Brown has
Unless
done a
we
double
actually
album in
doing-
today's generation, and he's done something. So it's like, and a couple other people I know too. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like you would do like a really strong double album for niggas that really like bars, like us.
And don't nobody care about my music that much right now for me to give out 2 albums worth of music in one shot.
I'm the guest here, so
Hey.
I think maybe you guys should think about doing getting some. You guys know all these incredible, talented people.
Mhm.
Do like the best way I could describe it is like an audio comic. Like you do a comic, and which each page you guys either spit a track or a freestyle, that goes with it, make it something quick. You guys are all with G1, Mega, and Teague. I think you guys could do it, and I think with the combined promotion, you guys will sell it like gangbusters.
Huh. Well,
I want to see these fans come out and support 36 tomorrow.
that album. That's right.
I'll
show yourself.
I'll start posting it once it's up, but yeah, it'll be up tomorrow at some point because tomorrow is my birthday, so I'm giving that out to the fans. Fans come out.
I'm there.
So by the time you guys hear this, the album will be out for your consumption. Go to tcall.bandcamp.com and grab 36. I'm gonna play you one of the songs before we leave today, so you'll get a little piece of it. And who's next to put over? I guess me. I'll be quick, but it's a show called Your Honor that I'm really into. Me and my wife have been watching. It's on Showtime. Bryan Cranston, who's like a fire actor, you know him from Breaking Bad. And it's definitely inspired by Breaking Bad. I'll say that because it's like the classic good guy goes bad type story. So you know, he's in New Orleans. If Walter White was a judge, then yeah, that's what it is. But
I heard he was getting his Walter White on in it.
Definitely some Walter White moments where I was like, oh, I expected him to be like, call me Heisenberg, you know. But it was good though. It's a really good joint. I think there's 8, maybe 9 episodes. But
series run. We've
been giving it a short run because I just finished Cobra Kai and I didn't really have much else to watch, so I was like, all right, let's start this. And it's very good. Please check it out. Your Honor.
Yeah. How's Chet Hanks doing in it?
I saw him for like 2 seconds. He didn't come into like the 4th episode, but like I was like, yo, is that Chet? Okay. Patois rap star.
They said he's not using no patois in the show.
Okay, good. Because I only heard him do like 2 lines in the show. So yeah, I'm looking.
Still waiting for that Chet Hanks Yellow Wolf album.
You might be waiting alone. Chet Hanks is Tom Hanks' son. But also for some reason speaks like perfect patois and can rap. What? And like with Jamaican accents and he's just it's very convincing. I don't know how he does it, but it's very convincing.
Probably somewhere listening to some R&B, G1. That's where you've been at.
Oh,
so what happened, G1, is that when Thanos snapped and the Hulk brought us back, the universe is folded together, and Chet Hanks was 3 people combined.
Man, he better go be Woody little brother in Toy Story 5 in this motherfucker.
Yo, that'd be funny if they made him Woody's brother. Yeah.
You got a friend in me.
What's did everybody put over? Y'all, we all there? We good?
Yeah.
I think that was everybody.
We good.
All right. So
can I get a soft put over additional?
No, man. All right, you're a guest, so just this once.
Okay.
First time you're a guest. Second time you are not a guest.
Okay. What's up? Mark. So I want to put over the amazing Umaga WWE Elite figure that's out there. I got it. I would get it up and show it to you, but it's behind me.
Don't have no pants on, so you can't do that.
I'm lazy.
Let's not talk about. Never mind.
He doesn't want to get up and show you his big umanga, okay?
So, oh god.
He's talking about
it's a detailed figure. It's really nice. It's cool.
So it's a good figure, the Elite Umaga figure.
Yeah.
He
all right.
banged it up real nice.
That's what's up. I'm not much of a collector.
I got it online, man. The tattoos.
I'm gonna look at it. It's really good. It's really well detailed.
R.I.P. Yeah, Mattel been snapping with some of the newer WWE figures. These motherfuckers been doing their thing. I follow the toy makers and shit, man. So love seeing these action figures.
I mean, yeah, it looks pretty dope.
And I'm not even that big of a collector, but I saw it and I was like, oh, okay, I gotta add this to my cart.
Yeah, it's pretty well done. I like it. I hope that's proceeds are going to the family or something.
It's an elite figure. Oh,
yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty
I
dope.
think this the one I'm looking at. I'm looking at it on Walmart site. If this is the one,
Yeah,
that's
it's
scary
only
real.
one. It's only one. That's
Oh,
it.
that's the only figure they've ever made of Umaga.
Well,
Is Umaga
outside
scary
of
real? G1, you might want to calm down there, sir.
Shut up. No, I'm just like it's crazy detail. Like they really did a good job in capturing his likeness. That's crazy.
Yeah, the elites go
Yeah.
all out.
You're
Sure.
not helping.
Yeah, the elite figures, they always, make sure to give it a lot of detail. I'm gonna throw it
need
up
an
on the
elite
screen
diamond
for the
down
folks to check
one
it
day.
out. Y'all can see it. It's a pretty good figure. Looks pretty dope. So yeah, if you're a collector, go grab that. So let's get started on some wrestling talk, shall we? Now, this week in wrestling, I'm gonna let Neo start us off with Monday, which is Raw. Can you give us maybe one
Yeah.
highlight from Monday Night
The
Raw?
only highlight of the Raw show, the only one, was Ricochet versus AJ Styles. That's it. Like nothing else really mattered. And I hate to
Yeah.
be a Lashley downer, but man, nothing. Like Lucha Randy was kind of fun to watch. There was
I was gonna say, what about Randy's mask? Yeah.
Yeah, Lucha Randy was
Lucha
fun
Randy.
to watch. That segment between Lashley and Riddle, where Lashley missed his toes by like a mile, and we plain as day saw it. I'm just like, come on.
all right,
man.
all right.
Come
You can't blame Lashley. You gotta blame
He
that
literally
cameraman.
looked at the toes, though. I saw him.
Like, you gotta blame the cameraman. My man flipped that camera way too quick. He should have
I'm sorry, but it was just a
Lashley
show.
For his muscles, man, he couldn't see down there to see where he was stepping.
You know,
But-
it was
Well,
just-
I gotta talk about. I don't know if you guys have seen you guys saw it, but if you guys in the audience hadn't seen the slingshot off the ropes Styles clash that Ricochet took, it was top of the line.
again, that was
Crazy.
the only clip that.
But
plays, bro.
that's Ricochet, like
mean-
going all out to do something dope.
Can we say this was the equivalent of Shawn Michaels versus Shelton Benjamin?
Oh, on Raw.
Stop.
When he came
No.
off the springboard with the super kick.
Come on now. We have two veterans. We have a veteran and somebody that was kind of like that the wrestling community loves, but it's not considered top tier, unfortunately, by management. Putting
so
on just a wrestling match.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wasn't for a title, wasn't for a feud. It was like,
it was
guys,
for
we
a
have-
chance for Ricochet to go to the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
but
So
did
Ricochet's
anybody
not
really
gonna be in the
believe-
Rumble.
No, he's
Well-
gonna be in the Rumble. He
Well,
has to,
And that's the thing. Like everybody's been saying, I'm gonna be in the Royal Rumble,
except
and then
him.
and then Ricochet has to fight for his spot, and then I think on SmackDown, Gulak had to fight for his spot. I mean, come on.
no,
Those
but
only
then the,
guys.
Like,
I'm gonna
come
be
on.
in the Royal Rumble. Come on,
You-
Neo.
yeah.
That's why I'm
We're
gonna be in the
have
Royal
to hash this
Rumble.
out. We're gonna have to hash this out,
Yo,
bro.
but
Come
did
on.
you notice like 3 segments later, somebody was backstage and is like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be in the Rumble," and it's like, what?
Rick over there just took an L. And
Yo.
He's gotta go to catering.
Right.
I'm gonna be in the Rumble. Like, really? You are?
They should have
Man,
just had Ricochet walking in the back.
Just like head down, just like, man, this is bullshit.
It's like, man, good luck, Ricochet. But anyway, like I was saying, Charlie, I'm gonna be in the Rumble.
wow.
He should have
Okay.
offered.
Oh.
He should have offered Ricochet a spot even after he lost. So
That's
that
what's
him
gonna
getting-
happen.
So that him getting beat up was for nothing. Like,
It's this weekend. Like, there's no
like
more
oh,
Raws
Ricochet,
left.
you,
No,
Like-
they gonna.
like Ricochet come back saying, like, oh, Ricochet, you want to be in the Rumble? Sure.
No more chances.
I think what's
Like,
gonna happen is when the WWE forgets about stuff and they decide to continue the angle, it's gonna be breaking news on Twitter. Ricochet is in. It's like you could have just dedicated the 3 seconds to be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, by the way, Ricochet had a good match. He earned that spot. No, they're gonna.
Even put it on the YouTube or their Instagram.
Yeah,
or
like you
some
said, it'll
shit.
be on
Do
the Twitter.
something.
It's gonna be on the
Twitter.
It's gonna be on the ticker tape going across
Yeah.
while they do something else.
Oh wow, that's gonna be the ticker tape when they do the pre-show of the
It's,
Royal Rumble.
it's
Yo.
gonna be the shucky ducky quack quack moment.
oh
He's
wow.
called it.
Booker
He
T,
called it.
huh?
I think he called it. That is how it's going down.
Oh,
Wow.
But-
Okay, so that's Raw. We can move
But
on.
wait, no, we got to talk about the ace bandage that Randy Orton wore as a mask. Like I legit was like, is that like I think I got one in my drawer. Like, did somebody put an ankle thing around his face? But
That was Lucha Randy, bro.
Lucha
He didn't get the memo
Randy.
to the house party.
That was Juan Cena's mask though.
Oh, is this supposed to be because he's burned?
Yeah.
He's got
he got
superficial burns
smoke.
all over his body like Kane had.
But you know what?
Mario fireball to the face, and now
Time
he's
out. Time out. I'm gonna give
Not a
WWE.
Mario Fireball. He's stupid.
I'm gonna give WWE half a point. Their creative half a point because he made it a point in that entire promo for you to realize that with first degree burns, or third degree, whichever one, he was like, "I'm gonna be fine next week. Just want to let you know." I come out and I have nothing on my face.
I'll be fine next
This
week.
is temporary.
What? Next week? Really?
Well,
Yeah,
the Royal
Rumble.
Rumble's is Sunday. So
Speaking, like, how do you get completely burned and disfigured, and then you're like, yeah, I'm all right next week?
That was like,
Obamacare, bro.
It's because now that he's in a lucha stable, the lucha doctor, he's gonna send him out back to cut an aloe vera plant, cut the guts, and just put it all over his face.
Or you just finished watching Cobra Kai. He's gonna do that Mr. Miyagi.
Oh, he's just gonna do
And he's gonna go.
the.
or skin cell research.
Yup.
Oh yeah.
No
Go with some-
scars.
Okay, so Raw.
Dr. Vince McMahon had when he blew up in the limo. Trust me.
Oh yeah, when he died, allegedly, and then
Yeah.
showed up when somebody else really died. He was on stage with the rest of the.
Oh,
Randy's
I
gonna
want
go
him
into
to
the
be-
hyperbolic time chamber. He's gonna be okay.
But then when he blew his quads, he didn't recover that quick. He died and quickly recovered.
Died and was resurrected
Instantly regenerated.
next week.
Yeah,
But
how about
he
that?
was out.
That was
Right.
a defect.
His quads that
Not
was
a
out for
defect.
10 months.
He didn't have
That
that
was
much
great.
They ran out. They ran out.
Oh man.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about. I don't know if any of you saw it this past weekend, but Impact's pay-per-view.
I saw it.
Hard
I
to
saw
Kill.
it.
Kill.
I only caught the main event, which was fire, but I'm kind of biased, but I feel like Kenny, the Good Brothers, like that's a match we want to see. So, but Marco, you saw the whole thing. What do you think of one, what Impact's product is right now, and two, this very interesting, the moment that the Mark's heart stood still, when the Good Brothers came out in Bullet Club shirts.
Well, here's the thing. Top to bottom, the pay-per-view was decent. You know what I mean? And I say decent because it's an alternative to what we're used to. Now we're used to the AEW style and WWE style, and this Impact pay-per-view, it felt like certain matches was really good, like the women's tag title match, that was amazing. The Taya Valkyrie match, that was pretty decent. But then other matches that they kind of played it up as being major matches, like the Eddie Edwards versus what's his face? Oh God,
Sammy Callahan, wasn't it?
Sammy Callahan was kind of like they were trying to make it seem more brutal than it was. They were like, "Oh my God, look at this!" And it was just like,
Yeah.
it felt
Yeah.
flat.
They were
Yo,
they were
but is
trying to
this where
reprise
they had
that bad angle.
Yeah,
Is this,
Why are they still trying to live off that bat
that
angle?
Mortal Kombat match, or it was like the Mortal Kombat
that
background?
was low key the best match of the entire night. Just because I honestly think Ethan
Karate
Page,
Man.
yeah,
Ethan
Ethan
Page.
Page, the character, the man, Ethan Page, has something on here because the dude is charismatic. He's an athlete and he's charismatic. The simple fact that props to Impact that they let him do this would look like he did it in his house. It looked like he did it on a Zoom call by himself. It was amazing. There were certain matches that I could have done without. Like I love Tommy Dreamer and them, but I don't think that was a pay-per-view caliber match. It could have been saved for the tapings. I thought the Matt Cardona debut fell flat. They if you're gonna bring him in and have him face Ace Austin, either have Ace Austin win by shenanigans or have him lose cleanly. This whole thing of a screwy DQ finish at a pay-per-view for a debut, That's Bush League. Like, come on.
Well, that's taking that from the
Yeah.
WWE playbook at that point.
Did you say
Well,
Bush?
they-
Not on your debut though. I don't know.
Not on your WWE never does that on a debut. Somebody's taking the job. It might
Yeah.
be 50-50 booking. Like somebody, the person will lose on SmackDown.
Yeah, he'll get it back in a week, but you at least got to take the L.
Yeah, and then there was some other things that I thought was kind of like weird, like there was a match. Hold on, there was a match that I thought that didn't make sense. That it was on the pay-per-view, but it was kind of like the Cody Deaner. Like, I don't know what they're doing with that angle. Like, you came into that match and they assumed you knew what was going on, and they kept putting over that stable, but they did it at the sacrifice of the veterans. Like, my bad. That's again the same Tommy Dreamer match.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
All right,
Yeah,
Tommy
that's-
Dreamer's getting way too much discussion in 2021, so we're gonna move on.
wait.
Hey,
the
I got a quick
main
question.
event though.
We gotta talk
But
about
we
the
gotta
main
talk about the main
though.
event.
Now Swan got dogged out.
We gotta talk about the main event. All right,
Yeah.
Well,
great
it
match, I
creates-
think.
it
How do you
creates
feel
like
about
a
the end
little-
result? Good Brothers going over with Kenny over your champion, over all your top guys. What's up with that?
It had
So
to happen
many-
for what they're doing, but
No, they had to the Good Brothers, aka the Artillery Union, not the Bullet Club, the Weapon Coalition.
Los
Weapon
hermanos
code.
balazos.
Yes, they needed to go over, but you have two other guys. You have Moose, who's super, like, his run has been solid. He could have taken an L, or
Yeah.
you know what? How about the lone Motor City Machine Gun? He could have
Yeah,
lost.
one of the tag team dudes could have took
that
it.
wouldn't have fit Kenny's
Right.
MO of wanting to be a belt collector now. So like that has to
But here,
that has to materialize somewhere. So
But
they're
T-
materializing on Swan.
but
Eventually Swan will get the win back on AEW. You know,
that's what you think, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Shout out to Mega with the Naito mask. That shit is fire. But here's the thing: what they people didn't know that they put on their Twitter was that Moose beat the shit out of fucking Rich Swann after the pay-per-view, and then they aired it on this Tuesday, and then on top of that, so now you got a champion that not only took the job by somebody outside of the company, and then now you got him looking weak because Moose beat the shit out of him. And then so it's like, are you gonna start this infighting feud and then have him, let's say, if you guys didn't know, the next pay-per-view is gonna feature Kenny Omega. If you look
Yeah.
at the graphic, it has the
it has the Omega
symbol.
sign in it. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're gonna do the champion versus champion now.
Super smarky, like little hint drops that make me go, yeah, my lady.
Okay, so that means you think we're getting Omega versus Swan for the title,
I think,
or title for title, maybe.
I think that's what we're gonna get. What we should get, and thanks to Impact's own booking, is Moose versus Omega.
Mm-hmm.
That makes better sense.
It does. But Moose, I think for it to mean something, maybe Moose should beat Swan in a match,
That's what I'm
beforehand.
saying. I'm thinking either what's going to happen is they're going to have the champ versus champ, and then it's going to be a screwy finish where Moose is going to come in because he doesn't like Rich Swann, cost him the match, and he's going to still retain, and then basically Omega doesn't get a loss, but you still have a champ there. But it's interesting. Like, TNA's doing some stuff, but I'm an adult now, and I kind of know how business works. Like,
I
they're
have
missing,
a fedora.
yeah,
I have
exactly.
a fedora.
Like, there's one thing that's missing from this key part that, unless it's a surprise, this whole thing might not work out well, which is New Japan. If New Japan is not in on it, then it's kind of like,
well,
Yeah.
funny you just mentioned New Japan because there was just some news about was it Tama Tonga or somebody from there was reaching out to WWE in a video saying that, since New Japan and WWE has worked together before, and that he sees what Impact and AEW was doing, and he said nobody gives a fuck about Impact, but now they're going to benefit from what they're doing. That New Japan and WWE should come together and make some sort of bridge.
They make all the tours in Japan, but they just never connect, which is
right. So what do y'all think? What do you think of a WWE New Japan relationship would look like?
I think a pay-per-view with those two would be great. I mean, like you've had Brock and other people go over there and fight in Japan and stuff like that. So
not with the WWE blessing.
Yeah, but
so do it with the blessing now.
I mean,
back in the 80s, they traded talent though. Back in the Antonio Inoki days, that's why Hogan had all those matches as Gaijin Hogan or whatever.
Ichiban Hogan, yeah.
Ichiban Hogan. But I honestly think that was all storyline, because this all started from the Twitch thing, which I was on, and like Tama was just shooting from the hip. You ever seen somebody like try to cut a promo or like say something to go viral? Yeah, he was trying to go viral. Like, you know what I mean? If it was dope, like business wise, it would make sense. But there's a big thing that's keeping this from happening, and that is the Godfather of wrestling, Vince McMahon. As long as that man is alive, he'll do business with everybody, but best believe none of his people are gonna job.
Yeah, again, it's gonna be the McMahon best interest is really what's gonna happen.
Yep. Yeah, like Lucha House Party is gonna win every title.
Yo, I could see that. If it happened, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, sorry man, we can't take any losses. We can't afford it."
But I saw somebody make a great comment about that though, where it was Triple H, and he said, "I think I just found NXT Japan."
Oh wow! See, that's what they would do. That's what WWE would do. They'd be like, "NXT Japan now," and then a few of those guys would jump ship.
If they ever did an NXT Japan, that would be the hardest shit.
This is what NXT UK did.
That they were going to buy all Japan.
Can't let that happen because that would take what they're doing.
That's what NXT UK was like. The UK had a phenomenal wrestling community, and they just sucked it all up. Progress, What Culture, Glasgow Wrestling, all these other ones. They were like, "Yoop," took all those guys.
I don't want to see WWE in Japan because, like, already right now you have like 77% of the good talent in Japan in New Japan, and then like the handful of guys that All Japan has. Then it's like you're gonna have a third player that's gonna take even more people. So then you're gonna get these matches that are gonna get stale after a while. Let's be honest.
No, I just want a one-time event. Do like a G1 Classic. Do like a Award of Continents or something. Where it's like they're just this cross promotional branded pay-per-view one time, where it's like New Japan's versus WWE's
best in wrestling. One time only.
Exactly. Make that crown jewel money and
get that money. But like,
who's gonna
who
take
wins?
the losses?
Who wins? Who loses?
Like,
come on, you put.
If it's happening, it depends on where it's happening. If it's happening in the United States, WWE is gonna win more of the matches. It makes more sense. They don't know New Japan guys like that over here.
I think it would be the opposite. I think they how they do now. Like the hometown guy loses in their hometown. I think they would do a split, two pay-per-views, one in the U.S., one in Japan.
There you
and
go.
U.S. guys go over in Japan. Japan guys go over in the U.S.
But then here's the thing: Impact did that. Remember that everybody that's top dog in New Japan was jobbing every Tuesday or Wednesday whenever Impact was on.
Yeah, Okada took so many L's in Impact.
Yo, Okada was I remember he was a champion at one point, and they mentioned him, and he went out and lost to like whoever it was, whoever the cruiserweight top guy was, or X Division guy was.
But that's why, like Rand said, it would only be 2 shows, one here and one there. I mean, if the stuff did well, I could see them probably coming together and making that a yearly event like the G1 or something, where it's like, once a year you get this cross-promotional tournament.
Well, and let's remember what happened in Madison Square Garden, where the G1 took place, and I mean, it was a cross-promotional event which was booked.
Yo, remember when Shinsuke Nakamura he made some appearances for TNA? Like
Yeah.
Shinsuke made some TNA
did.
appearances, and he did his thing. He had a whole.
I gotta look back on that card, on the G1 Super card. Like, if I'm not mistaken, it was kind of split down the middle. Like, at least I thought like winners and losers were.
Let's be real. If we, and you know, you guys know more because you guys have friends on both brands and everything, but it felt like that was New Japan's pay-per-view that ROH was kind of like invited. Yeah,
that's
like,
it. Definitely felt like
New
New Japan
was booking that show.
The production value was crazy.
Well, that last one, the one that we were all at, it feels like that's where their relationship was splintering at that pay-per-view. So I don't really know what
if
all was
anything,
going on, but I remember, wasn't that the pay-per-view where they were like throwing the titles around in the background and it was all like "fuck these guys"?
Yeah, that was the Enzo. That was the Enzo run-in pay-per-view.
that was Tama doing what Tama does. That was Tama doing what Tama does. You know,
he was discrediting the win. It was against the Briscoe brothers here on
yeah,
the card.
like he didn't care about their titles, throwing them around.
Because again, he was elevating their card.
He didn't want to elevate their brand.
Yeah.
So
And
I get it. Oh, I want
about it.
to move into something else real quick. And speaking of Tama, you were there. You said you saw the stream where he decided to kind of, you know, go off. I think people are being worked by Tama personally, but you know that's what he's doing.
So
That's
too.
what he's got to do. He's got to sell stuff. But let's talk about the fact, or at least from what I've heard,
He's got
that
finance.
that AEW has filed for a trademark of the words "too sweet"
I heard
and
that.
the hand gesture.
Okay.
Is this what's old is new again? Is this something that's going to go over and be very popular? Are they even going to get this trademark? And do we care? Do they even have a right to this trademark? I guess is the next thing I'd
Can I
ask.
say something?
Yeah.
I feel like honestly, they're just. I think when it comes to trademarks, especially on the AEW side, they're just trying to get ownership to stuff that WWE is just keeping on the shelf to like collect dust.
Stuff that they might have laxed on, like renewing and things like that, so that they can flip it.
I don't think as a property, I don't think WWE is like, oh, we gotta get that too sweet. I think it's more like
It's good shit, pal.
yeah, like I think it's more
I don't think they care.
AEW.
Yeah.
I think AEW or that particular storyline needs it more, and WWE, if they block it, if they still own it, it's gonna be fuck them. We're not gonna give this to them. It's kind of like I'm not gonna piss on you if you're on fire.
This is a situation of things that we usually talk about, which is AEW claiming to do new stuff and then falling back on the old tropes. But as well, it would benefit AEW because people feel like AEW is the rebellion brand since they're going against the corporation.
Exactly.
So if they were to get the Too Sweet, plus they're more of like they have a newer fan base compared to WWE. So I think it would almost be like a like retro, something becoming new again with the Too Sweet. Like fans who didn't live through the Too Sweet era would be Too Sweeting again because now it's new to them.
Right. But here's the thing. Let's be honest. If you know anything about the Young Bucks, the Too Sweet has been theirs for the past 9 years.
Oh yeah. WWE
has not used it or even remembered it since like WCW / Monday Night Raw Wars.
It's RoboCop.
Whenever they have all the old guys on there, they always Too Sweet, and they Too Sweeted with Finn and all of that
they
stuff.
do the hand gesture.
Yeah.
Nobody ever says "Too Sweet me, bro." That was that was a Young Buck thing. And like I'm good with it. Give it to them.
It's
I'm
more
good.
synonymous.
I mean,
in my opinion, it's more synonymous with them nowadays than it is with the older talent.
Right.
And it
That's
is what
true.
it is. It's because we're living in that era. They
Like,
have
you think-
elevated it where
Yeah.
now it's at Hot Topic. I mean,
Yeah.
come on now.
it's got
Like
huge.
Triple H doesn't want to be like, "Hey guys, too sweet each other." Like that, he doesn't care.
They don't care. They had it. They had control of it. They teased it with the Good Brothers, AJ and Finn. They teased it with all of that. They had everything in possession, and they didn't care.
Let's be clear. What AEW wants to license or trademark is the same, and the gesture for T-shirts.
Yes.
Right.
Anybody could do it on the show. Like right now, NXT. Oh, what you guys? I don't know if you guys saw it on Wednesday when Finn and what's it called? Undisputed Era, when they were in the locker room, if all four of them would have been like and not said anything, that would have spoke volumes. But
they did it in the ring. They did
merchandising, like you're right. It's merchandising, right? And
they just want pro wrestling tees.
It's also controversy sales. It's like when they had the cease and desist shirts for the Bullet Club stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that was fake? Like they apparently we found out recently.
I think it was fake.
Like no,
all that's controversy sells, man.
I don't care who you tell me.
You bought it?
I don't believe it. I feel like you have to move.
Fine.
You have to move a bunch of units for the old man to know who you are.
Right.
So
I think there's a drop in the bucket.
When they were rocking those cease and desist shirts, acting like they had issues with New Japan, now they trying to steal the Too Sweet logo or whatever. From what it seems like they're trying to steal it. It just stirs up more controversy, which, like I said, that sells for them anyway. That's going to benefit AEW.
I think the more controversy is.
Well, Neo, where those stairs going to, buddy?
Is those guys
Vince's office?
They're them wearing the t-shirts. I think that was more controversial. But then the more I thought about it, and I was talking this with my friends, that I do have friends, guys. Breaking news.
Where are your friends now?
They're in college.
You don't
with my girlfriend
family.
In college.
Yeah, family, pal.
They like. I think the quote unquote the Bullet Club hashtag or whatever you want to go with it or whatever. I think they got away with using the Bullet Club merch on an Impact pay-per-view because they were talent on an Impact pay-per-view, and technically Impact still has some sort of relationship with New Japan. Now, if you want to shock me, do that shit on fucking on TNT or whatever, the AEW show. If you do it on that, then
so
I'm like,
okay. Okay, so you
the
think
Good Brothers wore their Bullet Club gear, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope, they wear.
I don't think they did.
Their
their
Good
collar
Brothers
and
stuff.
elbow.
Yep.
they were their own brand. I don't think there would be any issue. I think if anything, it's more of like there's no law.
John Moxley is still New Japan's champ over there. So
right.
Still
There's no law against walking out on a WWE program wearing an AEW shirt. It's just that it'll be frowned upon and you probably get in trouble, yelled at in the locker room.
Yeah,
but there's
no
no rule.
Another company.
There's no rule against it. And at the end of the day, it's going to sell a few extra T-shirts. So them helping out New Japan in that way, no one would mind. You know what I mean? Now, if they did it on TNT, that means that maybe there's a relationship. But if they don't do it on TNT and they decide to do it on Impact, that tells you that they're playing loosely with their boundaries.
Let me ask the artists in the room: how hard is it to get a cease and desist on intellectual property?
Yeah.
Like, how quickly does that move?
What did Capcom say?
Well, let me tell you, as a guy who plays around a lot with copyright, this is actually a really good question.
Man.
It's dangerous. But if you fly below the radar, there's a good chance you won't get caught. But you never know. The thing you could do could go viral or take off tomorrow, and then those people are going to be knocking at your door like, gimme. Now, they can choose
tell you to stop, or you got to actually pay them.
The law is
you have to pay if you want to continue.
The law is they have to ask you to stop. If you don't stop, then they can take you to court. So, but I mean, I'm sure the rules can change at any time.
If they come to you with a number and it's like, hey, you've been doing this, if you want to continue, we can license it to you or something like that, then yeah. But other than that, they can tell you to stop or sue you for restitution.
But that's the thing. Like, it wasn't like they wore a shirt that said Bullet Club and had an AEW patch down at the bottom and there was an AEW tag in it. No, they're selling a shirt that directly pays New Japan. So why not? Like, it's just free advertisement.
Can
like,
we be
why would
honest?
they mind?
Like the way the t-shirts and the choices that even the hoodie, the oversized hoodie, I felt like that was like 3 minutes before they came out, and somebody's like, yo, whose stuff is that? Yo, let me borrow that shirt. Let me borrow that hoodie. And but the funny thing is, the one thing that I took away from Tama's rant was he made fun of Luke Gallows because he was like, he said allegedly Luke Gallows looks like he ordered that ring gear, and he said it looked brand new. I don't know what Luke Gallows has in his closet. If he did, then that might be a sign that either they're gonna wrestle in New Japan or maybe there is some type of relationship. You don't just order ring gear is kind of pricey.
You can't. Yeah, you can't just come up with it at the last minute.
To order, that's definitely
it's special made. So I think there was some conversations had, and who knows? I hope this is the beginning of a real relationship, or at least a pay-per-view or promotion. They're working the angle with the Impact thing, and if Kenny's the belt collector, that's cool. But I think Impact at some point got to be like, yo, can my people get over? Like,
yo,
and they're doing more of that. They're doing more of that for sure.
Yeah, we need Jordan Grace to come spruce up and clean up the AEW women's division.
Going to Impact. I mean, so the cross branding is starting.
Okay.
Let me ask you this:
in the perfect in game world, what would happen is by next year, since by next year, Kenny Omega would be fighting his Golden Lover partner for his titles. In a perfect in-game scenario, that would be the last belts that Kenny would need to collect.
Right.
Imagine that.
But let me ask you this.
Yeah, if that happens, it's all worth it.
Imagine him showing up at Wrestle Kingdom for those belts. Like
That'd be fire. That'd be fire. Anything's possible in wrestling. Marco.
What you say, Ren?
Anything's possible in wrestling. Marco.
Can I ask you guys, like, this is a story that's been done. How many belt collectors have gone through Impact? Austin Aries was the first one.
Yeah.
Right? Then you had Drew Galloway, aka Drew McIntyre, and then you had Cody. These were all guys that were multiple champions in multiple companies. Like, how many times are they gonna do this? Like, honestly, I really hope something comes about it.
The payoff just has to be big enough. That's why I'm saying the payoff of Kenny and versus him at Wrestle Kingdom, that would be a huge payoff. They've been split up for like how long now?
Teek's right, because we've seen the scenario pan out, but it's never been memorable. Austin Aries was almost there, but he is Austin Aries, and then he shot himself. He played himself too hard. And like, we've never seen it done right. The only one who's ever done it right, probably, Ultimo Dragon. So far, but it's never been done like really well.
Guys, one last thing before we move on to TNA. Now, I know Anthem is a pretty big sports company. They're the ones that own Impact. Now, if you're Tony Khan,
tell the truth.
Do you think is a good buy if he has an opportunity to absorb Impact? Is that a good business move for the industry? I know it'll be a fan's wet dream because you get the combined roster, but is it a good move?
Impact's got a lot of major talent.
If they still get that slot on TV, I think it is.
Yeah. I think so. What if they absorbed it into like a second show and it became like their SmackDown?
Or
their NXT.
If they absorb Impact and they just make AEW 3 hours.
I don't want a 3-hour show.
All of that talent though. Imagine Chris Bay gonna be an AEW dude. Crazy.
I don't know if I want a 3-hour show, but that's a lot of talent, and I would like to see it.
And real quick, just off the cusp, but on the cusp, what the hell? Matt Cardona had just debuted for AEW not that long ago.
That was just a one shot, though.
What the fuck happened?
He hasn't done anything since then. That was just the one shot.
He had 2 matches, and I thought he was signed, so he wasn't signed.
Just a payday.
Mega, how many times did we talk about this?
We talk about him a lot, and about that moment of like, what was he doing and why did that happen?
Can we, you know what? Shout out.
It was a mistake. I think they realized that too. It was just to get his homie a payday.
Yeah, shout out to Matt Cardona. Like, out of everybody, he's had a tough thing. Like, rumors are having, and again, I don't know what that man is doing. I don't know, but apparently, for the short term, he's in Impact because he's already announced for a couple shows. But what happens if they pull an AEW and then he's no longer booked? What are you gonna do?
This is part of the issue where they say that AEW is too off the cuff sometimes, and they're too like, it seems like they're not controlled well enough for stuff like that to happen. It's like,
yeah,
you just bring people through, and then you're like, oh yeah, this isn't gonna work. I thought you might have had a bigger.
Yeah,
like,
I thought this was gonna work, but holla.
He was the biggest star. And he showed up and he was like, always ready. My man got real ring gear made with AEW logo on it. And he
did.
Came back.
Changed the name of his finishing move and everything.
Yeah, like he was expecting.
I'm not gonna lie, though. I feel like part of the reason is Cody, though. Like, to me, Cody, like, I know guys love him. I know Neo loves him and stuff like that. Cody's a boring wrestler to me. I'm sorry. The dude's boring.
He's getting there. He's getting there.
He's got some new offense. It's nice to see him.
That match wasn't that great that he had with Cardona. There was some botch spots in it.
He had a match with Avalon that was just bad.
Oh,
bad.
Man. Him and Peter Avalon.
I wanted to try to get to this.
About that.
That shit was dope.
This was probably, at least from what I read and saw, maybe one of the worst like dynamites in a while. So I definitely wanted to get to that. This Cody
to Peter, man, because he can work, but
Cody versus Peter. What was the problem with this match?
Man, he's stiff and he don't really got like that. His vibe has diminished greatly since AEW has started. And yeah, man, I don't know what he has to do to pick it up. Like, it's hard to be it's hard to be the boss and a worker, and it's hard to come out and cut promos about what the company is going to do and come out and do shit that you need to do. You know, in my eyes, that's hard for one man to carry, because it's like, then you look at them like, so you booking yourself to lose? Or, you know, guys who are smart with the fedoras, like Neo would say, are going to look at this like, this is a very awkward situation for you to be in.
I think, honestly, and this is just grasping at straws, for it to make sense to me, I think Cody wants to move away from being a wrestler and be a TV personality, or be like a mentor a la Master Heater that's behind Neo right now. Like honestly, he doesn't need to be. They have a strong roster. Like, what? They already did his storyline with his brother. Kenny and him have already been done otherwise. They already brought literally every single homeboy that he's had in the WWE. So, like, what is he waiting for when Dolph Ziggler says, I'm done with the WWE, and he comes over? And that's funny. I think Dolph would get a 5-year contract from AEW, whereas that sucks that Matt Cardona got 3 weeks or whatever.
I don't know. You think they're waiting to pull a Brandy and Cody breakup storyline?
Oh God, I hope not.
I would avoid that, because the history behind real couples doing storyline breakups, that shit sticks.
Yeah, right. it gets too real.
Come right after the baby is born, come back and break up with him on.
Yeah, let's hope not.
This isn't your baby.
It's not yours. It's Shaq's. You're like, whoa. And then that would be bad.
I put a bun in her oven.
That's the
but
baby.
yeah, he could definitely move into a more triple.
Yo, you sounded just like Shaq, though.
You really did. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But you're right. Cody's kind of missing something, and I feel like they've shot their load on a lot of the best stuff for Cody at this point.
Let's not say that.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
To quote,
load.
to use quote unquote, and let me put this way, to use the boys' language, that match was considered the drizzling shits. That's what people are saying on. And
what about his match with Peter Avalon, or about him in general?
I've seen worse matches, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys. I just think it might have been on the low end of what we're expecting. But if you break it down, I've seen
for me, because Cody's born.
I'm not expecting anything from Cody versus Avalon, to be honest.
So, is he a librarian anymore?
They only got 2 moves.
He changed his gimmick. I think.
No, he's not the librarian no more. Him and the old girl that ain't even his manager.
He's a playboy.
Pretty Peter Avalon.
Yeah, he's the pretty boy. And
that
I
girl?
think
Did she get cut?
Who, Leva?
She's still, no, she's still wrestling.
she's
for the
in
women's
front
division.
row every show, and she does dark probably every week.
Yeah, she
So yeah, they've moved him out of the librarian gimmick. He's a good hand. He can work. So
But
you
to
know,
say all of that, I want to see AEW for the belt, Cody versus Matt Cardona. Book it.
Yo, I will also
What?
say this though.
okay, and we're moving on.
I want to see
Before we
AEW
move on, Rand,
use
I
six-sided
am
ring.
ragging Cody, but I will say they're only as good as their foil, and Cody does not have anybody who he's feuding with right now. So he's kind of like he's treading water
He's
with what he's doing.
racking
And
up.
between-
He's trying to rack up wins to try to get back in the picture because
He wants
Yeah,
to
like
get-
he's doing
the
that.
winning-
and
He
he's
gotta
doing
climb back
the
up.
winnings matter.
But he's also doing the Go Big show, so he's not really in a big feud right now. He's doing other shit, so that could
Sure,
be
that's-
another reason why he's boring right now.
Oh.
Maybe if Kenny Omega or John Moxley starts kicking his ass again or something, maybe he'll get some fire.
But
Okay.
circa 2017, 2018, ROH/New Japan, Cody was probably the best heel in the business at that time.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
He's
American
also not a heel
Nightmare.
right now, though, and that's the issue.
Mhm.
He was
Yeah.
so good.
He's a little too babyface now,
Even
maybe.
that
I don't
name,
know.
the American Nightmare, that just screams heel. But now it's like the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and he's
No,
like,
because now it's the Nightmare family, and the Nightmare family is
Nah,
not
now
the
you're a
same range
family.
as the American Nightmare.
Once he got rid of that leather jacket with the custom paint on the back, and he stopped, he changed the theme music. Now he has Snoop Dogg. Shout out to Snoop Dogg getting that check everywhere.
Yo, Snoop
I
Dogg
mean,
got
everybody
Snoop
can't
Dogg
got
for
music
something.
in the E and
Everybody can't
AW.
be
I like
50
it.
Cent forever, man. Like when he left WWE, he was on his "let me prove everybody wrong" type thing. So yes, his story was going to be more propelled at that time. He's already
Hey.
done everything, like Rand said. Now he owns a company. So
and
He ain't
he
hungry
stabbed
no
it with a
more.
dog splash.
He's fed. He's fed. He ain't hungry.
Now,
All right.
not hungry no more.
Okay, that's fair.
without
It's not get
messing
rich or
with
die
your,
trying no more.
without messing with your guys' format,
Cody, it's the Cody album.
do you think anybody else, like Cody was like a solid talent, but you think anybody else that was stuck in the limbo that he was, that didn't have that Rhodes pedigree, could have enjoyed the success he had outside of the WWE the way he did? Like,
I mean,
if
John
it
Moxley
was,
did it.
well, but John Moxley was a bigger star when he left.
Yeah.
But I'm talking
Oh
about
man, his star level was
card.
shit when he left WWE. Come on now.
Before
Who,
that,
Moxley?
though. Before that, though.
But before that, he was in the hottest faction ever in WWE.
Yeah, but I'm
outside of
talking
DX.
about, like, anybody
You know?
in that circa time frame where Cody was working the tag matches with his brother,
Yeah.
you think anybody else would have done what he did, or was that a perfect timing for just Cody?
That's got to be perfect timing because I
I
remember
think it was
that
timing
list
because nobody
to
else
this
did
day.
it. Yeah.
That list was like major. The only other person that I can think could do that would probably be like a person like Shelton Benjamin, but he was far removed at that point. At that time, I can't. Nobody comes to mind.
No.
because that's when ROH guys were coming over to WWE slowly but surely. You know.
And when you talk about that stuff, though, is what makes him one of the greats, honestly, because it's
Right.
like when you look at the stuff he was doing as Stardust or whatever before
Hell
he
yeah.
left WWE, like he was in the shitter. And yeah, he's got a pedigree, but just to see him turn it around the way that he did, like who would think betting on yourself to that degree,
To that extent,
like just
right.
being a Rhodes would get you that far?
Real
you know,
quick, speaking
He was
of,
being a Rhodes without having the name for like the longest time too.
yeah,
Yeah.
he just
Because
got
it was
his
a
name
wink,
back.
wink, nudge, nudge type thing. Like everybody knows who.
Copyrights
you-
again. It was a copyright thing too.
Do you think
There's
Ted
nobody else,
DiBiase
no.
Jr., because he left around the same time. You think Ted Jr. would have made a big splash like that, like Cody?
I was thinking that in the
Eventually.
back of my mind, but I couldn't get it. Like I
Nah,
just don't
I don't
see
think
he
so.
had like the actual fire ethic.
Yeah,
'Cause he
man,
was always
I
a
don't,
support-
I don't think
a
Curtis
support horse.
Axel would ever got this far either.
Right.
But
Yeah,
he's
like-
a good hand. I don't care what nobody says.
No,
Curtis
he's a good
Axel,
hand.
He can
until
wrestle.
they killed his whole like
That
whole
B
action
team shit is
push.
so whack.
Oh, the B team, golly.
They buried
I
him so
can't-
bad.
No, I mean, and there's I think you're right that the fact that he was a Rhodes kid, the fact that he knew the business helped him further than anybody else because nobody else did it. No one else left WWE and made as big of an impact as him ever, like in history. You know what I'm saying? Who became bigger than they were when they were there? I can't think of anybody.
He a lot of people leave and start burying people because they know WWE's not going to want him back. But he was like, I'm going to do my thing, but I'm still going to be like, even now, every interview is like, yo, WWE, I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for them, or, you know.
He knows how to save a bridge, and why not? Like, why
not?
Why bite the hand that fed you for so long? You know,
absolutely.
Literally, his family. He thanks WWE for him and Brandon being together. Like, you know, think about all that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But go ahead, Mega. You want to go over some other AEW?
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time, but I don't have time to go through the whole card. But I wanted to talk briefly. We talked about last week this Inner Circle storyline and where we see it kind of going. The main event on the show. I think we're turning the corner.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. I thought this was a very entertaining situation.
It's
match
been a moderate burn
scenario.
Burn.
So what do you think is going to happen?
I think they're going to split off. They're going to do a Wolfpack NWO thing, and MJF is going to break the whole band up.
Right. Who do you think is going to go with who, though?
The Inner Circle and the Outer Circle. Or it's just going to be Jericho and MJF versus everybody.
I can see it like Jericho, MJF, Wardlow, and Hager. Like that's a big power.
That's solid, yeah.
Jericho and MJF alone are like dope. Like two of the biggest assholes, and it can really play the part.
That could be a two-man power trip situation.
That's why they're not going to last that long.
And that can explode.
And then they'll explode, and that's a main event if they play it right.
Now, do you think that the way that the finish happened was the best way to go? Like, out of everybody, in my opinion, I think the real tag team should have gone over.
Yeah, Santana and Ortiz, I agree.
I agree.
That's why they're going to leave the group.
I feel like they're going to leave first because they're not getting the fair due. And they're the only team that wrestled as a team in the whole match, so it makes sense. I want to see that happen. They're probably the single most underused talent at AEW, in my opinion. No.
Yeah, I was about to say Lucha Brothers or them. Who's gotten worse?
Lucha and Scorpio Sky. So we got money. I completely forgot about Scorpio Sky.
Neo should get for the fact that didn't Phoenix get stuck in or Pentagon, one of those dudes got stuck in Mexico during the COVID stuff, so that's why.
Yeah, but
they didn't do a lot of.
I don't think they want to. Maybe they just don't want to team up. I heard that they don't want to do solo runs really. So I don't know.
Penta is beat up, and I think I don't know. I might be talking out of my ass, but I've read somewhere that they're signed as the Lucha Bros, and they kind of want to keep business separate. Like, if you want Penta on low, you need to give me that second contract or something. You know, because
makes sense.
Smart play.
You better pay up.
You know,
you want Penta? You got Penta money.
You should have gave the Lucha Bros the tag titles up front. The fact that they weren't the first tag title holders.
Yeah, that was weird.
I love FTR, but the Lucha Bros should have gotten the push that FTR got when they came in.
I absolutely agree.
Got a lot more momentum. That's the only problem. FTR had so much momentum,
but in the beginning,
they know how to use social media.
But in the beginning, the Lucha Bros had so much momentum. They were a hot product, and they vinced them.
They're just hot because of strictly wrestling.
They got vinced.
They got vinced.
Here's a Dark Order question, real quick. So, do y'all think that Hangman Page not joining the Dark Order? I don't feel like it's gonna be like that forever. I feel like they're waiting on a pay-per-view opportunity or a bigger way to introduce him in the Dark Order. Even just in the way he left, I feel like nah, I'm not buying it. He
Yo,
done
yeah.
been with them too long.
I do think
Jack
that
Silva-
eventually it's gonna happen.
Jack Silva's doing a Steve Urkel to them. He's like, I'm wearing you down, baby.
It's the slow
I'm
walk.
wearing you down, baby.
This is the slow walk.
Hang me
Classic.
down.
I think they
Classic
need to,
move.
I think they need
Shout
to
out to Lil White.
they need to bring in and like do a double turn. I would have Matt Hardy take over. Bring him in. If you're gonna give it a leader, make him turn heel, turn on Private Party, and have him do what everybody expected him to do when he first got to AEW, was have the broken
run the
one.
Dark Order broken.
But if
Yeah.
not, I think honestly Dark Order should just dwindle down, and like out of respect for John Hubert, I think they should not have a leader, at least for now.
Man, I like
like
your
that idea.
first idea.
Would
I
it
like-
be
man,
would it be
that-
too much if the spiritual powers of Matt Hardy channeled the
I know
Exalted
No,
One?
that would be
Oh.
a
No,
that would be
man.
a little interesting.
That's
That would
crazy.
be in poor taste.
Yeah,
For
you
him
can't
to
do
be
that.
Brody.
It will
Not to be Brody, but to be inspired by Brody.
Oh,
That's a slippery slope. That's right.
Exactly. And that's why I'm bringing it up, because the Lake of Reincarnation it has lots of powers.
oh my gosh.
It
Come
does.
on. It's not an
Channel
actual
Brody through
Lake
But
reincarnation.
is it the same powers that Seth Rollins and Mox had with the leukemia of Roman Reigns?
Stop.
There's certain things that you can't use. You can't spin.
Right.
You can't spin things like that. Leave
Nah, you can't
It-
put
it
real
was
life
just-
in like
it was
that.
just the topic because
Nah, you
again,
can't.
the Lake of Reincarnation, it does exist in the wrestling ethos.
Yeah,
Bad
I don't think
taste,
you would
bad
be able
taste.
to go
I'm
in-
not saying
Bad
that
taste.
he needs to be the Exalted One. I'm saying he can be inspired by the Exalted One.
I think what
Bad
they're doing
taste.
with his son is as close to the Exalted One as they can get. You can't really pull
Well,
anybody
and
else.
then you kind of get this crazy Game of Thrones scenario where maybe Matt Hardy can speak to -1 and really twist this entire thing going. You know, there's lots to mark out about.
That kid is really good on the mic, by the way. He's funny as hell.
Yo, he's super funny.
I love that kid.
Shout out the
He
-1.
It broke my heart, that whole situation. I want AEW to succeed and be around for 50 years so that kid can realize his dream if he still has it 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Facts.
And happy birthday to -1.
Happy
Yes.
birthday,
Happy
-1.
birthday, -1.
They continue because, as Neo was saying with the Game of Thrones type stuff, to see somebody grow up in wrestling, almost like Harry Potter, like he's
Yeah.
young now, then to see him be like a shitty teenager, like
All right, let's call it right now.
with the
10
Dark
years
Order,
from now,
drinking
let's
and
do
having his girls skip school and
It's
shit,
gonna
coming to
be-
wrestling matches.
Yo.
It's gonna be -1 versus Hook, like
Oh,
in like 20 years or some shit.
that's
Yo.
gonna be lit.
10 years from now, let's get back together and
Okay.
discuss, like, remember 10 years ago
'That's some bullshit.
10 years ago,
when,
we said
when
it.
Tiki is doing Project 46.
When,
I also want to say congratulations to Dustin Rhodes. This week he had his very first class for his wrestling school in Texas, the Rhodes Wrestling Academy. So much love to him as well, man. He got out there. Nice.
Hey man, he ain't playing that. He ain't paying the bill.
Hey, I'm saying, we were talking about Rhodes and shit earlier. I'm like, man, he's realizing his dream of having a.
That was years ago,
wrestling school and
motherfucker.
really getting able to, do his thing. So
All right.
Road less
Shout out to-
travel.
That would have been a dope name.
Yeah.
Since you brought him up, I just want to ask one last question, because I assume we're wrapping up soon. Thoughts of Sting coming back to the ring at AEW Revolution?
I'm hearing that it's more of a
I think it leaked. It's him and Darby
it's a fake
versus.
match. I mean, it's a fake
Darby
match.
versus Sting?
No,
they're
him
tag
and Darby tag. Like, if they work it right, and Sting just comes in for the finish and doesn't
He'll come
really
in.
work the match.
He's got to
Drop.
swing the bat. Like he's just got to swing that thing. And
Wow.
Yeah, they're just gonna have him pop out the shadow like Batman and probably yank some people into the shadows, do some bat stuff.
Okay.
So
Okay. I
that
can
should
see
be a
that.
cinematic match.
Stuff.
Like, I'm not worried about being hurt. I'm just worried about, like, I love Sting. I love him as a character. I just don't want to see Sting in the ring.
Yeah, I love
It's
him
like
too.
Wives of Street match.
The street fight. Not gonna be in the ring.
Yeah, street fight.
Just like I never want to see Hogan do a retirement match. We're 10 years down the road, too late for that, bro.
But any wrestler that I don't want to see Hogan at all.
Take his ass home.
But what happens if a wrestler doesn't go out on their own terms? Anything's up for grabs, you know what I'm saying? And so Sting didn't go out the way he wanted to go out, so I'm sure he wants to be in a situation where he can walk out of the ring, you know what I'm saying?
True.
With a victory. So
Right.
it's probably going to happen, but he won't get too involved, hopefully, and we'll see what happens.
Well, it's 5 years.
But as of right
It's
now,
been 5 years?
He's
That's
just
what the rumor is.
Darby Allin's guardian angel. That's all he is.
Yeah, and I mean,
That's weird.
I like him in that position, but like, it's getting a little old. Like, where's this going?
Like,
So
again,
I think I want it to be, and we talked about it before. I wanted Darby to be at a point where like he wants to prove something to Sting. He starts like doing the Scorpion Death Drop. He starts like Scorpion Death Locking, Stinger Splashing, and then Sting's like, "No, you're not there yet. You're not good enough." You know what I mean? And like, give me like the old I don't know, like something Game of Thrones like where you get some real story. Like he's not pleased with him, and so
To
he has to
piggyback-
go to a new level.
to piggyback off of that, and then Sting's last match could be something like Darby Allin versus him, and then at the end, as a respect, Darby takes the Sting face paint, completing his character and ascending, aka
Oh, that's
becoming
dangerous.
Six Path.
And
Why would-
Sting gets stung.
And then yeah, I don't know if these wrestlers, especially the old guys, are very protective of their gimmicks. Ain't nobody just gonna hand off their gimmick like, here you go.
I mean, shit, like he.
But
didn't steal
that
from a
blew my
Hogan
mind a little bit.
Create
Like,
that gimmick.
I don't know. That's the gimmick he's lived off his whole life.
Yeah, true. Well, not his whole life. Not them
Well,
first years with that
that's
bogus
true.
ass flat top.
He was
The only
blonde.
thing-
The Blade
Never
Runner
served
before
him.
that.
Never
That
served.
thing did was when he started wearing like that pirate type trench coat with the mask, like that.
Yeah.
You're talking about the officer Steve Borden.
Officer Steve.
That's
When
the
you dress up
haircut.
like
Wow.
that's his own style, but not what he started off with. That was a straight Crow ripoff. We all know it. Come on now.
Oh yeah, it was
the
it was
worst
the
version
Crow.
of Sting we could all agree was the Joker Sting in
The Joker
TNA.
thing, like I can't
Oh
believe he even did that.
God. Oh God, I wanted to forget that. Thanks a lot.
On
I had
that
almost
And
forgot
on that
that.
note,
Oh
Sting
God.
owes
Somebody
a lot
made
of
a good-
people some money. Sting
Somebody
owes-
made up a good point in the Twitch chat. They say the Elite is literally fighting Dark Order next week. Hangman might come back around. Just a side note.
There you go.
Leaves
It's not over.
They'll
Hangman
just be
Saga
hanging
is
out
not
by the
over.
ring drinking.
Now, not to body shame. Is it me or Hangman looks bloated these days? Or
hey, we got to bring back the full gear challenge, baby.
We need the full gear challenge.
That's funny.
shout out to Hangman as a teacher. You saw that picture surfaced.
Oh yeah, he was a
No, I
teacher.
ain't
Shout out to my girl Jay
Fellow
Cargill,
teacher.
looking
Lord.
good every
Lord.
week.
So
I
we
don't
don't
wanna
have
talk
rock.
about that.
We don't have rock knowledge here. So we could pick our own snack of the week in honor of rock knowledge. If
I'll
any
give
of
it
you
to her.
have, if you have a snack, Rock will return next week in Avengers 3, in Matt Mania 188.
Because man, I don't know. I think as a male fan, I always feel weird talking about how, man, this wrestler's hot. Like I don't know.
We always have a certain section where we do that.
It's
Silk man.
it's been rock
This is the part of the
knowledge's
show
thing.
that we do this
So
side.
as at the end of the show, usually we pick a snack or we pick a burial. So we'll have our guest Marco. Can you think of a burial this week? Who needs to get buried?
Who needs to get buried?
I think I got one.
No. The dude that needs to get buried. Oh my god. The guy that tried to snap on the leader of Retribution, Ali, on Twitter, that was talking so much shit about Retribution, but then Ali aired him out as the guy posting like super weird sexual things about lady wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
Ali also posted and said, delete all your horny tweets before coming at me because I will expose them.
Yeah, that was funny, and he caught him well, and then everybody's like,
He did, yeah. So
Did
this
go
happened
with
was
hacker gimmick.
so for y'all who didn't see it, some troll came at him and was like, "Yo, Retribution sucks. You're terrible. Blah blah blah. You can't get over yada yada." And Ali was like, "Well, before you tweeted this, you retweeted to win a free fleshlight. So I just wanted to point that out." And then then the dude was like, tag WWE, tag Vince, tag Stephanie, tag Triple H. Like, listen to what your wrestlers are doing. They're attacking people. Like, he want the smoke.
He want the smoke.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, Ali used to be a police officer. He probably really do got some dirt on this motherfucker. Like, little do you
That's
know.
why he can. That's why he can be a hacker. He can get that
Yeah.
info. He gonna hit his police buddies up like, "Hey,
He heard it all.
Ali was at the crib.
run this guy's information."
He was an officer
But-
from the crib. No, he got intel.
like, so overall burial for any fan that tries to come at a wrestler and they get butthurt when they pull
Yeah.
their card.
Trolls
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Twitter. Trolls on Twitter,
Yeah.
getting ready to get snapped on.
Twitter trolls, y'all can, yeah,
Like,
y'all
they got
get it.
time today. WWE
Even
It's not
Cardi
on-
B
it's
being
not
a
on
Twitter
the-
troll and not just rolling with the punches with Lacey. Like, girl, get your sensitive ass out of here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, people don't understand WWE is not on the road 280 days this year. they got some time.
Right.
So I think,
They're
G1
literally
just
driving
said something that
2
we never
minutes
spoke
from the
on.
stadium to where they're living. They got time.
I think G1 just made a comment about something that we didn't speak on when it happened, but do any of y'all have any thoughts about if Cardi showed up on WWE after
I'm with-
she was tweeting with Sasha Banks and
Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans?
Her and Lacey Evans had Twitter
else.
beef.
I'm
was crazy.
all for any Latina getting their bag.
Hey,
Hey, that's the
you
truth.
know, they
As
offer
long as you-
a nice, 40,000 for a guest appearance. I'm sure she'll
I mean,
take it.
normally musicians just go on there and get power bombed through tables. So
They
Facts.
get hit with chains.
They ain't gonna let Cardi take a power bomb. She gonna go get her bag.
She's not Snooki. And,
Nah.
and G1,
She's not
G1,
Snooki.
Sir.
G1, she's still relevant. They're gonna have to cut a long check for that.
Yeah. Yeah, they ain't
They're
getting the
not-
discount price. She ain't fell
Yeah.
off.
Yeah,
So-
she might need that.
She don't need them. They need
100,000.
her.
Like,
well, yo, here's the thing. They talking about at WrestleMania that they're going to be having people at WrestleMania. I think they got it that they can have, what, 2,500 or something a day?
Really?
25,000, I think.
25,000 for 2
Yeah.
days?
That's
No,
dangerous.
I don't trust that. I don't like it.
Dangerous.
I'm not
yeah.
going. By the
No,
way,
I'm
what
good.
if they try to use Cardi for that to try to pull people in?
well, that's $1 million that a bunch of wrestlers did not get. Because I honestly think they're gonna have to pay Ronda prices. Like that appearance that Ronda did before she was signed.
Yeah,
That was money.
they
That's
paid her.
big
yeah.
dough.
They pay,
They
even
had
though
to throw
even
the
though they
bag, for
even
real.
though they gave her everything for free and she got free front row and the whole VIP, they came off of a check for that.
I mean, but they saving a lot of money. They're not paying Brock every week. So
yeah,
hush
yeah.
money.
Now that Royal Rumble's this weekend, who's the biggest surprise?
Well,
Okay.
what do you do? Fucking
It's
Royal
not
Rumble
this weekend.
picks?
It's 10 days away.
Oh, my bad.
We
Wait,
got
you're-
time.
wait, Royal Rumble's not Sunday?
No,
No.
it's the 31st.
Well,
Oh,
I
I
might
didn't
not
know-
be here. I might not be here. You guys might not invite me back.
All right,
Yo, fuck
well,
that dude.
I didn't
If
know
you'd
that
like-
was the date because shit, last year this time we was at Royal Rumble.
Oh,
I
shit.
know it's not the
That's
exact date
right.
every year.
Yeah,
That's
that
All
how
right.
about that.
Right.
Okay,
Humble
so-
brag, humble brag, guys.
Anywho,
Hey, yo, but Mark, you can still give us your pick, and we'll definitely appreciate it. For next
We can't give our picks, but Marcos, give us your men and women
Wow,
picks.
so you guys are saying that I'm not invited next week. That's cool, but I'll give you y'all pick. No, I'm messing with you.
I don't know.
Hey, true.
I don't know what's happening next week.
You said you weren't going to be here next week.
I might not even be here next week.
I'm
all
not
jokes
supposed to
aside,
be here today.
I think the surprise for the women is going to be Ronda. I think the
I'd say
winner.
that.
Oh,
I think
I
the
think so.
winner. I think the winner of the women, and my math might be off. I think in a surprise thing to kick up ratings, I think the man comes back and wins again, if she can. I don't know. I don't know how many weeks we're out because I'm not the person's optometrist or whatever.
Yeah,
Right,
we
if
talked
you're saying
about
if she can
she
snap
might
back,
pull the
I think
snap
that
back.
too.
She might.
Yeah.
We were talking about that. If she pulls the snap back, I would love to see her
Yeah.
out there.
I think the surprise for the men is gonna either be Brock or Cena. I think the winner of the men's, hands down, it has to be the way that they're building it. I'm trying to think that it has to be either Daniel Bryan or it has to be Edge.
Daniel Bryan.
We need
Edge.
Edge back, man.
We
I
don't
think
need
Edge
Edge in the
is
title
for a
picture
belt at
though.
Mania.
Do we need Edge at the title picture?
I think
need
if
Edge
Randy's
just
gonna
on
get it
TV
back, he
more,
will.
I
like-
mean, Edge can't get the pop. He just got that last year at Rumble, so I mean, that's not going to be the big.
Don't say that.
That's not going to be the big
A
surprise.
year late.
pop.
It's not as big of a pop. No, it's not.
But I think him, if he comes back in time, I think he's the odds-on favorite. Or honestly, give me some.
could
If the
be.
W,
I mean, do you guys think that they're done with Bray because he's disappeared right now? He could pop back up in Rumble.
I think
Nah.
the smartest thing the WWE can do is keep Bray away from the belt or any belt. Let him.
Yeah,
just be
him and
Bray.
Randy can pop out and do their thing anytime without a belt involved.
Daniel
I-
Bryan or Big E.
I want to see
No.
Daniel Bryan, to be honest, but because
do
I think
too.
him and Roman
Big E.
have great matches all the
Be
time,
crazy.
so I would love to see it.
Or if you want to be obtuse, Keith Lee and then they turn him heel.
Ooh. Okay.
And then
What
and
could
not
Keith
to-
Lee do to make you make him heal in your mind? Slap
Beat the
Drew?
shit out
Drew?
of anybody.
Well-
Just beat the
well,
living
pull-
dog shit
pull-
out of somebody.
Yo, they had the same play. WWE has a whole bunch of storylines that years ago worked for them. Have him quote unquote be a part of the Hurt Business, come in, get immediately at odds with MVP.
He's saying do the nation
Yep.
story.
Oh wow, it's Nation of Domination
Break 'em up.
2.0 all over again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you make
'cause-
you make him rock and you make him come in and take control of the faction.
Yep. And then
And
as
then he's
soon
a
as-
bad
as soon
guy?
as he
And he's
doesn't
a
need
heel?
them, as soon as he doesn't need them, you turn the faction face by having him say, "Fuck y'all, I'm good. I'm the champ."
Right.
And just
I
be
mean,
out
no.
like you guys are losers or
The
something.
other way you can do it is you can go to Samoa Joe route where he just beats the fuck out of everybody.
Ah.
I
But
feel
the
it.
only
Small
way
guy,
I believe
you know
it
he's
is-
gotta-
But how do you make him heal though? Like we
That's
love
how you
Joe.
make
What
him
did I
beat
say?
people up more
What
than
did I
he
say?
could. Like he beats small guys up.
or
Okay.
or you have him join a heel faction and have him grow a proper beard.
Yeah. 'Cause you
Yeah,
really need one.
He needs a goatee
He
or a
needs
beard.
something. He had it at NXT, and you saw he was double champion. As soon as he shaved it, that's a big thing.
Wow.
Exactly.
what
Lesson of the
happened.
night. Lesson of the night.
Okay,
Don't shave
I
your
like
beard.
that. Don't
Don't
shave
do
the
it.
beard or it's over. So,
Neo, you shave
don't
your
worry.
beard the most out of everybody.
We won't be
And
shaving.
you see what happens to me?
Turn him heel. Have
What?
Mega and Teak do their song produced by G1. Boom. There you go.
Wow.
Or
If you
Make
want
him-
to turn him heel, just have him start attacking people from behind
Okay.
whoa, in which
in
way?
backstage segments. Like
In backdoor segments.
no backstage segments.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank you,
okay.
thank you, thank you, dude.
Hmm.
Oh, hey, I
I
want
was
to.
trying not to this time.
I want to see him and the SmackDown Tag Champs. Make them a faction. I want to see them heel.
Mm.
Come on.
Mm.
Like,
Well,
no,
let's-
I mean, we want to see
Let's
everybody
what
with
happens.
we want to see everybody with the Hurt Business because they're doing well.
I
So-
need Naomi with the Hurt Business, and I'll be
right,
good. That's all I
even
need.
now, the Hurt Business is kind of splintering. If y'all saw the most.
Did you
recent
see
episode,
Naomi's?
so
Did you see the grill?
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You saw her
Um.
grill.
Yeah, I saw it.
Shout out
Yeah.
to MVP for hopping on that Hurt Business remix.
Dope.
with
Hey,
Gun
so
and
yo,
Wale.
before we get out of here, I want to play a new song for y'all from the Teak Hall album. It's officially tomorrow somewhere, and by the time you guys hear this, so this is what's the name of the song? Teak?
Overlord.
Overlord is the name of the song.
It's a good anime, too.
You guys aren't gonna be able to hear it, but I'm gonna play it for the live audience. Actually, you know what? I might be able to.
I think Neo's in Twitch and G1 is. They're probably
Yeah,
here.
I'm gonna share computer sound, so I might be able to make it happen.
Okay.
All
So I'm
right.
like, I own it, so I heard it.
You own it. You heard it. G1 on the beat, Mega Ran, and G1 and Teak on the
That would have been
raps.
funny. Like, I don't know what you're playing. We're all gonna listen to it for the
All right.
Just gonna pop like this.
Can y'all hear it? Do you hear it?
Yeah, you're playing it. We hear it.
Okay.
My neck was not prepared for this.
Ooh. I like it.
Overlord, best rap in my city. 2 years straight, I broke the scoreboard. Passed it off to make a ran like a give and go. Ask me if I give a fuck, I tell them hell no. How so? I set the pick and roll for the fast break. The streets still waiting on my hot takes. Ask me if I'm good, I'm feeling great besides the world's burning. Who cares who's running for office when you running from Warren? That's what my mans told me. It's crazy, last year we lost Black Panther and Kobe. I lost my father and 2 homies, but gotta keep writing like the never ending story. Forever winning, gotta see the glory. Shit can get gory and you'll be missing shortly. Washed up where the shore be, while I'm sunbathing with your shorty. Cougar Town, you know I like them when they over 40.
I ain't a music dude, I'm a lyrical Rubik's Cube, trying to get the cake like Susie Q. What we do to you? Make a beautiful mess, nobody's guess, got the feds still pursuing clues. And that ain't even the worst part, a rookie quarterback on his first start, no film. Work hard and work smart. It's a given like Teak saying his name before the verse start. Get this stuck in your brain. You in oncoming traffic if everything is coming your way. Pay attention, my people be everywhere styling. Covert ops like it's Metal Gear Solid. An unfortunate twist of fate. You rather camp out at Crystal Lake. I'ma still kill it. Superhuman, fold your bed up while you still in it. They don't like it, but they gotta deal with it. My crew buzzing, the truth coming. Tryna pull up in a Mercedes like Snoop Cousin. Had a blogger ask about my process. I wake up and I just plot another conquest. Honestly, man, it ain't hard to follow me. I just bet on myself like Tim Donaghy. Yeah, take the pot, then we split it with the fellas. Front row and sell it. We hitting hard, you better wear a helmet.
36. It's out now. This is MANIA. You know what to do. You know what to do. Always, always keep your shoulders off the mat. We appreciate you. From myself, from G1, NeoX, Teak Hall, and our guest, Marco. Tell them where to find you, Marco Stunt. Where you at?
Oh man, I'm at the Sunset Kid 56 on Instagram, at the Double Axe Handle on Instagram. I'm everywhere, man. You'll find me.
He everywhere. You ain't never there.
And that's my Theo. That's my Theo. He rolls deep.
If you see him at a wrestling event back when we're allowed to be there again, buy that man a beer, and he'll be your friend for life.
Yeah, you buy him a beer because he might bring a box. So you don't know.
You never know.
Oh,
all right, y'all.
I just remember I had to get like, what did we get? Like 8 whiskeys to go. Remember, Rand? The bar was closing.
Oh man, was that with Mark too?
Yeah, that was there. In the
whiskeys to go.
In the lounge of the hotel. We had to get all those drinks. She said, "We're closing. You got to get them now." We said, "Okay, let us get like, how many can we get? Can we get like 8 of them?" And then, that's the CFO showed up with a bottle, and that's when Neo fell asleep on his first couch.
That was a great night. In fact, we're gonna tell some stories on the Patreon version, so don't go anywhere except to patreon.com/MatManiaPod and do what?
Pay that money.
We appreciate you. We'll see you soon. Peace. All right, so that is the stoppage. Now I'm gonna record like a 5-minute Patreon version. So let's.
We gonna talk about where we first met Marco.
Yes.
And Neo's first couch surfing.
Are we
live
still?
We live. We are back. Okay. This is a Patreon only episode, and we are still with our homie Marco. So we're gonna tell some stories. We met this gentleman at the first Starcast. Was it
the first Starcast?
Yeah. Like I said, he's chilling. He's got the IWGP title and a beer in his hand, and I was like, "That's a cat I need to know."
That's a homie.
We walked up, and next thing you know, we drank. We talked wrestling. You mentioned that that the homie from the CFOs showed up with a bottle, and we sat in the Hyatt or whatever it was lounge,
the hotel lobby,
and just drank. And do you remember Scott Hall came up to us? Y'all remember that?
Yeah, he tried to get somebody to get him food.
So he's like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to get some food." I was like, "Oh, so you think we the Gophers? Okay, that's what's up."
He came over and dropped some gems.
But he was very nice and he was friendly. He dropped some gems too. Do anybody remember what he talked about? Because I remember him telling a story.
I barely remember that night. The only thing I remember is handing off my title, like, and just not worrying about it.
Yo, like, we did a whole photo shoot. Like all of us took like 20
a bunch
pictures
of photos with that.
With
that's where I met Rod for the first time from Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Rob.
Shout out to our homie Chicago Rob, aka my homeboy.
Anybody
Chicago
from
Rob
is a friend of mine.
Chicago
Rob.
AK tatted up. He gets all the wrestlers' autographs tatted on him.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Good dude.
That's where we were smoking with
he became the MMP weed man.
Yep. Yeah.
He came out to our show in Chicago, and he's like, front row, let me buy you a drink. And I was like, dude, I'm about to go on stage. I don't drink before I go on. All right, it's all good. What you up to, man? I was like, oh, about to go on stage. All right, let me buy you a drink. I was like, I literally just said,
he hit you with the repeater?
Yeah, he was like, oh, that's what's up. So anyway, what you about to do, man? I'm like, yo, I'm about to go on stage. And like, I remember that being hilarious. But dude's such a good like host. He's always like, yo, man, if you're in my city, I gotta hold you down. I'm gonna give you whatever I need. Where you sleeping?
Man, I stayed at his hotel when we were out in Vegas for Double or Nothing.
Yeah. Shout out
I stayed with him in Atlantic City. We did the last GCW show before everything got crazy in Atlantic City, and it was good times. There was a lot of good brothering going on there.
Yeah, man, that's my dude. Honestly, he told me that we're the reason that like got him back into wrestling. Even though he was at StarCast, he said he wasn't like really fucking with wrestling like that.
Yeah, the vibe wasn't right.
Until he got some buddies, within wrestling that showed him like, oh, I can show my fandom.
And he can be himself.
Getting all the tattoos and shit.
Yeah, and he was being himself. Like he wasn't, part of like the sweaty neck beard marks over there. He was just like with peoples, who were chill.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, I got a piece of news that came up on the wire. Not really news, but a tweet from a man named Jason Jordan, who tweeted that
I'm in the Royal Rumble.
That he will be in the No, he said, I'm keeping my eye on the prize and looking at the big picture. I'm on the road to recovery, and I'm very optimistic about getting back to where I belong. One,
I gotta thank Daddy.
Do you want to see Jason Jordan back? Do you have any idea where he would fit into current
Chad
WWE?
Gable.
I feel like they got it. American Alpha has to happen again.
And I think they need to be repackaged, and this is where I think fans, WWE should treat fans as less than smart and be like, oh, they weren't ever around. This is American Alpha. They just came back. It took a long hiatus.
Is this when he comes back? Do they do like the Predator where it's Arnold Schwarzenegger and they do like the handshake, slow motion pause with the muscles, like American Alpha is back, baby.
They gotta wear the polo shirts though. They gotta wear the tight polo shirts.
You talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger and who was that? Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say? He said,
"You son of a bitch." They got you pushing pencils up there or some shit like that.
Son of a bitch.
So Vince Russo recently blamed Randy Orton. Vince Russo is blaming Randy Orton for this terrible Raw angle that he's a part of. He's saying,
"Wow,
you got 20 years on everybody, bro. You need to be calling the shots back there,
bro.
Tell people you don't want to do this garbage,
bro."
So, what do you think about that?
I think
that's something he needs to talk about.
We need to start a petition where Vince Russo gets trumped on Twitter, and like, why does he assume that people care about what he says anymore? Like, I get it, he's respected, but this man, like, at certain point, if you get cut loose from every single promotion under the sun,
something's wrong.
Yeah, Yeah,
I feel really bad that he's like the scapegoat to everything that went wrong in He's like, he gets no credit for the WWE stuff, and then he gets all the credit for the WCW.
I see it as
which one is it? Like all or none? It can't be.
I think he's very creative, but when you have the old man telling you that's good shit and him vetoing your off the wall ideas, I don't think Vince would have ever signed off of him being an on-air personality, and that's honestly what killed half of the storylines he had in WCW. Yeah. And then the simple fact that you write a storyline, you go full in, and then you scrap it. And how many resets did he do in WCW?
Yo, they rebooted like 5 times, like mid-show. They'd be like, "Oh, it's a new WCW, brother. That old stuff is over." Like the stuff that happened like 2 seconds ago.
I mean, I think he just wants to see an Alexa Bliss on a pole match.
Wow.
You know, I want to see an Alexa Bliss on. Never mind.
Not on your pole match, G1.
No, but we have hugged her once, which was nice.
Yeah, shout out to Alexa Bliss.
Shout out to Alexa.
Shooting fireballs. She might Hadouken you. You better watch
photo
out.
that we took that every time somebody sees it, they say,
since we mentioned Alexa Bliss, and
they're
Randy,
like, "What's going on in this photo?"
Since we mentioned them, yo, shout out to the WWE production staff. They're showing why they are top notch. Like the mixing of the live and pre-taped is fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hokey.
We've been talking about this for a long time. Like, use the budget. You have the biggest budget in the business. Use it to make good stuff happen. So
yeah, those guys are talented. They just need to take more of that money and pay some good story writers. That's all.
Yeah, the writers need to get paid just as much.
Wait, for what show?
Raw.
But like,
Raw, yeah.
writers are literally the lowest on the totem pole. Like, these are the people who get fired first when something goes wrong.
I don't think it's a money thing. I think is that you being a writer in WWE is like you being a day laborer because you have no pull. You might be a writer, but honestly, all you're doing is writing enough to keep Vince's attention or to give Vince an idea that he could just do a different way. Like, I don't think anybody, like, I'm pretty sure there's been some storylines that just
the story of this, and the thing is, the story of wrestling is like you're only as good as your last big idea, and they're literally writing to keep their jobs. You know what I'm saying? Because if they don't get anything relevant on the board, then the old man's going to veto it, and you're just going to get written off. You know, writers are a dime a dozen to the WWE.
That's true.
Hey, all you guys, I just wanted to show you this real quick. The guys who are on video, this is my cake.
Hey,
happy birthday!
Yo, that's fire.
Oh wait, that's a little Batman thing. That's
it's a jump cake. So it's a T, and it's just got everything
with
everything on it I like.
It's got that shucky ducky quack quack up in the top right.
Okay.
A checker flag. The marathon continues.
That is dope. I like that.
Vader right there.
Vader.
Got a Pepsi can.
Candy.
Okay, the 8-bit
Batman. We got some donuts.
Oh, that's dope.
Strawberries on my title.
Hey. Yo,
dope.
show him the weed tray.
That's
oh. Have the feds knocking.
Show him the donut weed tray.
So yeah,
that's fire though.
That's really dope.
Shannon made this cake for me. It's a strawberry cream cheese cake.
That's dope.
Shout out to Shannon.
Shout out to Shannon.
Shout out to Shannon. I need one of them 8-bit hearts
over there
for Valentine's Day. I'm a holler.
Miss Clara's Sweets and Treats.
All right.
Nice.
I'm a holler.
She a treat.
Oh yeah. So I'll let her know, or we can set it up for you to get the candies.
All right.
Need a Matt Mania cake.
Need a Matt Mania cake. There you go. Word up. I like it.
I'm still waiting on my Matt Mania tea.
Looks
Neo.
Great.
Neo? Is it Neo's fault? All right, it's Neo's fault.
How dare you?
Blame Neo. Last thing. We talked
what
about.
size are you though? By the way, real quick.
Whoa! Put me on the spot.
Hey man, this is paid content.
I'm allegedly 4X, guys.
Allegedly.
All right, man.
Allegedly.
We got you.
That's all right.
From parts unknown.
So we got the 16-bit, the 8-bit hearts going on. See,
that's dope.
Oh, that's fire. I love it.
I want that on a t-shirt.
So there is a report that Dark Side of the Ring has announced all their episodes. There will be 8 this season, or at least 7 or 8 this season. We got Dynamite Kid, Chris Canyon, the Nick
Dynamite
Gage.
Kid. Nick Gage?
Nick Gage.
Wait, Flatliner Chris Canyon?
Yes.
I was just telling Lori about Chris
I love
Canyon.
him. It's really
man.
sad story, but yeah, great dude. The WCW New Japan event in North Korea.
Oh, that is low key.
That is
Gonna be
Oh,
the
that's
best
going to be
one.
legendary.
That's a good one.
The Los Angeles promotion XPW and the Japanese promotion FMW. So they have just started filming and
Fuck my
they're
wrestling.
coming very soon. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And Nick Gage is a pleasant surprise to see that.
Yeah. Shout out to the homie Nick Gage, friend of
Yo,
mine.
he does cameo and they're all hilarious. So
Nick
if you ever
fucking
wanted to see
Gage.
Nick Gage,
Yo,
I
I
like-
wish I started every day with that energy. He's like, yo, check it out. This is Nick Gage.
it's like yo,
Damn.
yeah, his cameos are so great. He just
What's
be
he
like
doing
cussing
with
at you, talking about go
cameos?
take it over.
Is he shitting on people on their cameos? Like they paying him to talk trash about them?
Sometimes people
Why
do,
not?
but they're mostly just like, yo, you about to go out and kill it. You all better listen and respect this dude.
He's actually a real
fucking
positive
guy, this
dude.
shit, Nick fucking Gage. I want to give a shout out
Like,
to
yo,
all
this
my
pansy ass motherfucker
murder,
paid
death,
me
kill
to
gang
talk shit
members
about
around
him.
the fucking world.
And I'm gonna big him up.
Shout out to
Pay him to
all
get
my
roasted.
motherfucking boys locked down in the
I
cell.
feel like
Hold on.
Can't
MJF
go home to their
will make a
families.
killing on
Eastern Block.
No, he's
share-
on
let me
camera.
share
It's just,
you
it
one.
costs
My
$3,000 or
motherfucking
some
hate
shit
club.
like that.
Always R.I.P. Nate Hatred and R.I.P. my motherfucking brother Justice Payne. And I'm making this motherfucking cameo for one of my motherfucking gang members. Yeah, I want to give a big birthday shout out to one of my gang affiliated motherfuckers. Happy
T-Cop.
birthday, Kevin. And I want to come on this motherfucker and wish you a happy birthday, but I also want to thank you for repping the gang the right way. And I want to thank you for supporting me for all these years. Because, Kevin, I keep saying this shit. If it wasn't for you and the rest of the motherfucking gang, I wouldn't get to do what I love. And that's deathmatch wrestling. So thank you. And I just want to let you know that your boy Bobby and crazy ass Zach, they hope to see you soon, face to face. So this is Nick fucking Gage giving a big birthday shout out to Kevin and letting anybody know if you fuck with Kevin, you're fucking with me. And if you fuck with me and Kevin, we put the ski mask on and we put a weapon in our hand and we create violence, motherfucker. So leave us alone. Because we're MDK gang. We're untouchable, motherfuckers. So this is Nick Gage giving a shout out to Bobby for booking this shit. Happy birthday, Kevin. MDK all motherfucking day. And the next time you see me, Kevin, come up to me and say, what's up, motherfucker?
Yo, so what's so funny about that is two things will happen. Kevin will come up and say what's up and get his fucking ass whooped because he don't know who the hell Kevin is.
Right.
No,
He'll
but
be like, yo, Nick, no name, like, yo, back up on me.
Right.
All jokes aside, Nick is actually
Nick
that
is just
genuine.
gonna walk past Kevin getting his ass whooped after he just told him he was part of the gang. You're gonna be like, hey man, I thought you had my gang.
I'm in the gang. Like, no.
That's funny.
All right, let me play you an Undertaker cameo, and then we can get out of here.
One of the first
Yeah,
people
here it is.
that I ever beat in a wrestling ring was named Abdullah the Butcher. Are you Abdullah the Butcher? Are you Abdullah the Butcher?
Are you?
Seriously, I need to know.
Abdullah set a dream.
What was that for? Did
set a
Abdullah
goal,
pay for that?
A person named Abdullah, yes.
and do just a little bit more each day to help you get to that goal. And you too, and whatever you choose to do can be a legend for a lifetime.
I just need more followers on Twitch.
That, my friend, is the way to become immortal. Abdullah, rest in peace.
I'll be like, yo, Undertaker, I just want some people to follow my Twitch, man. Why's it gotta be so dour? Hey, I want
got a
people
cameo
to
from,
come to my party, not come to my funeral.
Peace.
I got a cameo from Jason David Frank for my birthday, courtesy of my homie Aaron.
Nice.
That was really cool.
I heard you've got a birthday coming up.
Yo, this is so scary.
That's scary as
So
fuck.
from the Undertaker to you, happy birthday. And I understand one of your favorite matches is Undertaker
birthday.
versus HBK.
Yeah.
Look,
That's one of mine,
that
too.
voice, I'm gonna
Yes,
start
I got a
hitting.
birthday.
I know
Right,
you
listen to that. He's like, Mom, nobody came to my birthday party. Undertaker scared them all away.
First of all, we need to pull our money together
come face to
and have Taker do a cameo for a fictional baby that's trying to potty train.
Yo,
Philip.
they're like $200 though.
But yo, come on, that will go viral. Listen,
You're sitting on that pot.
sit on that potty and go boo boo. Undertaker said,
When I first started wrestling, my biggest enemy was the potty.
Thank you.
It was Abdullah the Butcher. I named my craps Abdullah the Butcher.
Thank you.
Abdullah scared the shit out of me, and that's when I started using the potty.
I ate his ribs and I had to go use the potty.
And I believe that you can use the potty too.
Rested.
This one. So there's a video of
If you don't use the potty, you rest in pee.
rest in peace.
First of all, this is Taker. I heard you like your glizzy guzzling.
I started out of school this year.
Sneaking some slang that he doesn't know. It's like when you out there eating your glizzies.
Bippity boppity. Keep it on the zoppity.
This one. The user's name All Elite Scooby Doo. So he's
Pay
like,
for him to do
All
one
Elite
for somebody with
Scooby Doo.
erectile dysfunction. I heard you having a hard time keeping it up.
I heard your baby's resting.
I'm retreating back to the Stargate on y'all ass. Where's my down home device?
Oh
Fuck that
my
shit,
God.
I heard your penis is resting in peace. You need to rise from the ashes.
And become the penis
Oh
taker.
my God.
I heard your cock needs to be resurrected.
Are you Abdullah the Butcher?
Are you Abdullah the Butcher? Yeah, that's.
Why he looking in the toilet?
All right, that's the name of the Patreon episode.
You're gonna
Are
name
you
your
Abdullah
PP
the Butcher?
Abdullah the Butcher.
Are you Abdullah the Butcher?
Like, they really confused every single one.
He's saying it like he's Batman. Are you Abdullah?
Where is he?
Where is he?
Or just have him
Swear to me.
have him do one like, hey, Luke and Carl, I'm sorry that it didn't work out at your last job. Like, wait a minute, is he apologizing?
You're like, wait a minute. What are you? Like, wait a minute.
There's so many things that you can do to get over on him.
Yeah, if you had a couple $100 to just be like, you know what, let's just play with him and be like,
you could pay other people to say stuff to get over on other people. Like, if you told your mom you were going to like college or something and you really like got kicked out, and then she's like, how you doing in college? She's like, oh, I got this audio clip of my counselor.
Here's Undertaker to deliver the news.
Yeah. It's like,
Like,
hey,
I
I
want
heard
you
you wanted to know how he was doing on his grade.
And I let him start wrestling.
Now, I'm not a big cameo person, but can you specify, like, if let's say you're a wrestler, like the
Rand's
last
on cameo.
I am.
Like,
Yo, book it, boy.
I'll book it. But like, can I request to be like, yo, I need you wearing your gear? Because I've seen some cameos where it's like Snoop Dogg is like eating breakfast. It's like, yo, this Snoop Dogg.
Hey, this Snoop Dogg, cuz.
I mean,
Hey.
Cheerios, man.
Big Snoop Dogg.
No,
Like-
you
like-
could ask, but you know they don't have to. Like,
Yeah, because most of the time it's just like used for audio, right?
they're
You
just
use
chilling.
video.
No, you're not allowed to use audio. It's just video.
It's video.
You're not allowed to
like-
like take their audio and put it on like your album or something. But like they say that you're not, but people probably do it.
But let me ask you this: like, Taker, how disappointed would it be you pay $200 and Taker's like sitting on a golf cart? Like, this
No,
is Taker.
no, he's in gimmick though. Taker only
Okay.
did 100, or maybe he did 25 because it was 25 years or some crap like that. So he only did 25, and they were like $250
Gimmick.
a piece. and they were in gimmick, and you could tell he just did one after the other in the same background, same place. Yeah,
I've
all right,
really
this
been
is Joe,
enjoying, like, watching
and Joe
interviews
lost
with-
weight. Like,
Yeah, I've really
so
been
the
enjoying
worst
watching like
lost
interviews with Mark Calloway himself. Like
I'm
it's
not
been-
enjoying that. We can talk
I
about that.
have.
I
It's
love
interesting
Taker.
seeing him because I
I
don't
don't
see
need
him.
to see Texas Mark
Man,
back to blue, all lives
hey.
matter. Trump,
Yeah. How
Trump
many times
Taker.
have we talked about this, Rand?
I don't want to see that.
I want to see Taker. I don't like to see Mark. Mark died in AWA, WCW.
Wow. Why I didn't get that one. I didn't catch that. I was born in
Yo,
'87, unfortunately. So
And then you got
Taker's a Texas boy, and you know, it's all what it is. Well, I'm sorry, T. What you saying?
Undertaker cameo, but you get Last Ride Undertaker. You get Highway to Hell Undertaker.
I like
You get
that
a man
Undertaker. I
badass,
was a fan of that
Undertaker.
Undertaker.
American
enjoyed that.
Badass.
Undertaker.
Yo,
Yeah, you
Joe,
get the American-
shout out to Jopium. He said someone got Bam Margera to quit a guy's job. He got Bam to cuss out his boss and
Yes.
then say that the dude had quit. So that's the way to use Cameo.
That's what I'm saying. You can use it to do funny shit like that.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm gonna quit my job, so you just record me a note to my boss.
I'm gonna get a cameo from Diamond Dallas Page. I'm gonna do a Valentine's Day card for Lori. Hey Lori, you know what I want to do on Valentine's Day?
Bang.
Feel the bang.
First of all, you should just get Al Snow to do it
What?
in WWE gimmick.
Nah, what does
What
everybody,
does everybody
want?
want?
And that's it. Yeah,
And by I mean everybody, I mean me.
that's not a bad idea. I wonder
You
if
could
Al
get
Snow's on
somebody to do
Cameo.
it. You could get them to cameo a prank phone call and record it and then use it on other people.
Yeah, I guess you can.
I would, if John Cena ever ends up on Cameo, I would have him like do that YouTube prank with it's like, hello, who's this? It's John, and actually have John Cena
like do the prank call. Oh, that's
Yeah.
a classic. Floyd Mayweather is $999 on Cameo. I don't know if he would read the directions correctly. Like, so what's his name? Joe? Like,
Jai.
Oh my god! If he read your government mega,
Oh,
I think
God.
he would just refund your money.
Yeah, he'd be like, oh, I can't do this. Nah, y'all, this must be a joke. I can't read this. All these letters.
This isn't a real name. What are you guys doing over here?
Yo, I think the funniest thing would be like if you use somebody like what happened? Didn't some people like video? They caught Sheriff Joe Arpaio at like a gas station and got him on video saying some stuff that was totally against the shit that he be on just because he was confronted with people in his face.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's like if you call some left wing dude on the Cameo and be like, hey, I want you to say this.
Right. I
Yeah, I
paid
believe
Jericho
the
to say
abortion.
Black Lives Matter. How about that?
But here's the funny thing is, I think Jericho will take that money and do whatever you need him to.
Yeah, you're right about that. All right, so here's what we got in pro wrestling: Kip Sabian, $70; Drew McIntyre, $150;
Which I feel is super low.
The Great Khali is $100.
Great Khali, $100.
No, I haven't heard that man speak.
Ever.
I've
Like,
never
what
heard
does he
him
do
talk.
in cameos?
He'd be like, he'd be talking like this. Hey, this is the Great Khali. How you doing?
Oh,
He's
that
like,
would
yo,
be
what?
that would be the biggest work ever. Like, hey, how's it going? My name is Tony
This is,
Khali.
You might know me as the Great Khali, but you know they never let me talk. I don't know why.
He say he's Tony Khalid. He don't even say Khalid.
Yeah. Danhausen, $10; Chavo, $40; Ricky Morton,
Oh, Chavo,
$37.
$40.
Would you pay $19 for TJ Perkins to read facts?
No. Sammy
Damn,
Guevara,
you
70.
said that a little bit too quick.
Mick Foley. You know what? Shout out to TJ. Like, he's a good dude. We did music for him for New Japan, but he's not always a good dude.
He's not always up
That's
there.
what I'll
man.
just say. He's not always a good dude. Like, he says some dumb stuff on Twitter a lot, and I have to like pretend like I didn't see it because we've done business together, and I don't like that. So
Can
TJ,
I-
stop embarrassing?
Can
me
I
and
say
yourself.
something? Can I say something messed up?
Sure. This is
course.
for Patreon.
Patreon.
Nobody's
Paid
watching.
content. Yeah.
Okay, so I would have
Behind the
Marty
paywall.
Skrull do a fucking an ad for for women's shelter. Oh my god, I'm going.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Yeah, as part of his community service.
Yeah, they say.
Wait, what?
I'm not gonna repeat myself. I'm gonna act like I.
Oh no, I heard him.
That's pretty terrible.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yo, would you book Joey Ryan for $50 at all?
I will book him to smack himself
maybe
multiple times.
Like, yo, I'm gonna punch myself in the face on camera.
I'm gonna punch myself in my dick.
Yo,
like, hey Terry, when it comes crashing down and when it hurts inside, motherfucker,
you can pay $69 for a Virgil cameo.
Oh,
let that.
He's just gonna talk. He's just gonna talk about Olive Garden and meat sauce the whole time.
That's fine.
It better be funny.
I feel like
it better be funny.
And breadstick.
Like, if I'm good and they send us a new stimulus, I'm just gonna pay for Nick Cage for the whole day. Just have him call me. Have him call me on a daily basis. Like, just keep sending me hourly inspirational.
I think what
I need to do is pay Nick Gage to do a cameo for Joe Biden, threatening him for my stimulus. Like, I think Nick Gage telling him, "Hey, these gang members, if you don't send this 2,000 stimulus check out, man, these gang members."
That's actually a really good idea.
First of all,
we're going to put on a ski mask way.
What about for those that were in Chicago for the first Starcast? How about we pay $50 for Buff Bagwell to explain what happened at the end of the event?
Yo,
wow, Buff Bagwell,
Buff Daddy.
You guys remember what happened, right?
I don't remember what happened.
I wasn't there, unfortunately.
Okay, so the first
you don't need a point in for that, right?
You
gotta work
first Starcast. At the end of the weekend, when everything was wrapping up, I guess you guys already hit the road. You know the envelope money that they were doing for the meet and greets that each wrestler had to turn in? He was trying to take that envelope on top of the payday that they already gave him.
What?
Oh,
that's fucked up.
That's
and
shit.
Big homie, the one that runs Starcast, you know what I'm talking about? Conrad went up there with all the guys that are now working AEW security, and they had to talk to this man in front of the hotel, and he was acting like, at first when he was talking to a small little dude that was like, "Hey, we noticed you didn't turn in your envelope." He's like, "This is my envelope, motherfucker!" Like on some shit like that.
Wait, who was it?
Buff Bagwell.
Buff Bagwell. But then when Conrad came back with the goons, he was like, "Oh, it might have been a misunderstanding." And then they walked to the back, and then Buff quietly left, and then you could hear it was so awkward. I was like, he literally was trying to leave with the bag.
Yo.
I mean,
times is hard, man. Times is hard. He ain't got no business.
What you expect from a gigolo, man? That dude was on HBO. Gigolo, lots of dough, getting it in.
Give a shout out to all my
More
boys
Nick
locked
Gage
down
for
in
the road, so
Southeast
get
Block.
motivated.
And I want to give a shout out to my motherfucking hate club. R.I.P. Nate Hatred and R.I.P. my brother Justice Payne. And I want to make this motherfucking cameo for one of my motherfucking gang members. I want to give a big motherfucking shout out to my motherfucking gang member Moses. And I want to salute you like the general.
And Kamala Harris.
And I want to personally
I'm hitting my Dow home device right now.
Thank you, Moses, for repping the gang the right way. And thank you, Moses, for supporting me for all these years. Because let's keep it real, if it wasn't for you and the rest of the motherfucking gang, I wouldn't get to do what I love, and that's deathmatch wrestling. And I want to give you a big motherfucking shout out for leaving that shitty ass job in that shitty ass airlines called United Airlines and going to train young athletes.
Every time.
Working out, man,
I want to give a big fuck you to everybody who was storming the Capitol in DC.
I'm done doing this shit and I'm able to still walk.
Low key, he's professional because he got a script that he has down.
Oh yeah, for doing what you love.
Oh, yeah, he's not stuttering. He's not stuttering at all. He's got it down.
You love to do.
Think about that.
Shout out to you for making a big decision like that.
You
and
see,
it's $25.
You can give it a big motherfucking shout out to Moses for being a real motherfucker. MDK all motherfucking day. 326.
All day.
Next time you see me, Moses, you come up to me and say, "What's up, motherfucker?"
Teak, I might have to have him do a cameo shouting out your album, yo.
I'll put it on that.
I'll put it on that.
Yeah. I'll put it in. Let's do it.
I'll put it on that pot. You just send me your Cash App, homie. I'll send you some money for that.
Let's do it.
How
Yeah,
much
$25.
how much is his?
25. Let's do it.
25.
Because it fits.
Yeah, y'all get the 25 for the album. You're gonna be like, get T Call's motherfucking album.
All right, y'all. Throw in the throw some bits in for the T Call Nick Gage album cameo fund, because I know this is gonna be epic. This is gonna be great. So if you got it, throw in a little in the pot. I'm about to Cash App you right now, Marco. It's going down.
I'm like
MDK all motherfucking day.
You don't gotta download it, right? I mean, like sign up.
I'm sure you do, yeah. Because you gotta write a script about who the shout out's gonna be.
I'm on the website right now. I'm gonna create a login. Oh, it allows you to do it with Apple Pay. Oh, say less.
Oh, I can Apple Pay you? Holla!
Shout out to my man's Teak motherfucking Hall.
Teak motherfucking
MDK.
G1 to the motherfucker.
Teak. All jokes aside, send me what you want him to say.
Yeah, this is gonna be dope.
Yeah, because he ain't. I'll send you a script.
Yeah, because I'm knowing me, I'll be like, yeah, get Teak's album, and then like we won't even say where to get it or how to get it.
Yeah,
who to get it.
We just have to stretch it out and figure it out. It'll just be a lot of cussing in between.
Right. He didn't give me enough motherfucking words to say. So I'm gonna just talk. Oh God! All right, well, we about to get up out of here. You should Google us. You know where to find this.
You know how to find music.
You know how to get music. You ain't stupid.
It's in your phone. Type his name in.
Just talk to your phone.
All right, Marco, I sent it through. Like, yeah, we got to get this popping. When you get the link up, Teak, you putting it up tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be on Bandcamp tomorrow.
You better start working on it now. Put it up at midnight, bro.
Megan,
I will, but I'm not at home.
What up, Just Wolf? Thanks for the raid. What's up?
What I'm
not at home.
Okay. What'd you say, Marco?
I'm gonna have it send it to your number, so you control the content and you put it wherever you guys need to put it.
Okay. I know you can download it though, but once you get it, yeah, you can hit download.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll send you I'll shoot it to your Facebook, Marcos. What I want him to say.
All right, bet.
Yeah,
okay.
He typically responds in 5 hours, so let's do it tonight.
No, shoot time. I'm texting him on his shoot line right now, and I'm gonna tell him that. Like I'm not even joking.
Popping the collar a little bit, like
dropping the names.
He's
gang.
Hey, it's me.
He's affiliated.
I really am MDK all day.
He's letting them know he need that ASAP. Like, hey,
like, yo,
skip everybody else's cameo. Get straight
those.
to this.
Well, I need my man's done today.
Because it's gang. It's gang life.
He's gang.
It's MMP gang.
Gang. MDK, MMP. Let's go.
MMP gang.
All right, yo. So we out of here. This was a fun Patreon episode. So thank you for being here and paying that money, and our Twitch fam as well. Thank you for being here. We are out. You know what to do. Keep it locked.
I'm back through Stargate.
This is 187.
Oh no,
and I got
motherfucker.
one final question for you. Are you Abdullah the Butcher? Because I need to know. All right, y'all. We out. All right, I love y'all. Peace.
Let's
love
go
y'all.
in. Twitch fam, we out. That Mania, we out. Love y'all. 36. Get that tomorrow.
Go
well,
get it.
Undertaker got PTSD. Are you Abdullah?
Are you Abdullah? Because he hurt me. He touched me. It was inappropriate.
Yo, I love this Stargate wallpaper. This might be the new one.
Yeah, it looks dope. On the big screen, it looks really dope.
This is the universe.
It looks
Stargate.
clean. Like it looks like it's really there. Like
that's what I'm saying. There. It's a great HD pic, right?
Yeah,
I'm with
it look clean. Look clean.
Watching this motherfucker in case dude and them keep trying to come in and shit.
Dude and them.
Dude and them come through with the alien guns and shit, man.
Yo, get Nick Gage to also ask if you're Abdullah the Butcher. That's what Shauna could say. Hey, yo, Teak, are you Abdullah the Butcher? All right, y'all, we out for real. All right, y'all, holla. Peace.
For sure.
All right, and for my Twitch fam, I'll holla.